Okay, welcome back to what's the name of the continent, the place? Kryn?
Kryn?
Kryn, yes. Welcome back to Kryn. So yeah, last week you managed to successfully evacuate Vogler, which was good. Took the refugees to Kalaman, helped them out a little bit, then got involved in a debate with the leaders of Castle Kalaman, not the least of which was Lord Vakaris, who you basically said, we'll work for you if you kick this asshole out. There's a little bit of tension between Gwyn and the leader of the castle, but things were resolved. And basically you agreed to do some special missions, special ops type missions as opposed to frontlines fighters. And you're asked to report to Marshal Vendry. He's a female knight. I put it in chat there. When you are ready, she said to report early the next morning. So you have the day. We have half a day before you. So what would you all like to do? So I'll drag across to Kalaman map. That'll probably help.
They told us that we can equip ourselves with the common gear that they have in the armory. No, I believe they say something on those lines.
Yep. Any weapons and any light or medium armor, you're more than welcome.
Medium armor.
Yep.
Arson would like to search for studded leather if they have it.
Oh, they have it. They have it, and you can take it.
Okay.
I will take it.
Perfect. We will take it.
For the studded leather, all the options they have are with metal, or do they have some without metal?
Well, ones without metal would just be leather armor, wouldn't it?
I would imagine, yes. I don't know.
Yeah, so you can have leather armor or studded leather armor. The studded leather armor necessarily has little middle divots.
Okay.
Bone studs.
See, so feel free just to grab those and add them to your character sheet. Easy enough.
I'll grab some javelins, I think.
Sure.
See here, I'm good on daggers, and I have my side dagger, so I don't need any more of that.
Cool.
I think I would like to try to. Ooh, but I don't really have any money for it. Ooh. Okay, never mind.
What would you looking
It's
at
free if it's from their armory.
What?
It's free if it's from their armory. They're giving us
Yeah,
weapons.
it's not exactly combat oriented. Yeah, I was thinking of like some rings made out of platinum. I'm sure that's not in their inventory.
There is a place called Melura's Oddities, which might have more what you're looking for, Anvar. This is for the spell component, right? The sheer damage.
Yeah, right.
Spell. And what do they have to do?
It's actually for warding bond spell, but yeah, it has to be worth 50 gold pieces, and I currently only have 18.
Well, let's see if you can find them. Why don't you make me an investigation check? Don't need
Sure.
to point this out in detail, but just an investigation check. First roll of the session. Yes, you do find Melura's Oddity. A little kinder called Melura, funnily enough, does have a pair of platinum rings worth 50 gold pieces.
Yeah, that's good. Can't buy them though.
I think we need money, all of us. No, I also need a component for a spell that I cannot afford either.
The place that Tord went to, would they have a cloak of elven kind?
Magical stuff, very hard to find, so no.
Okay.
I think.
I guess rations we
yeah.
can get to, no? I will imagine.
I
Was that
think
so, Sergio?
Ilva.
So I'm
Oh,
going to
sorry.
change.
Rations, food
Ah,
for the
rations.
trip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for rations, I don't worry about rations. Just assume that you
Okay.
have them. I don't think it adds much fun to the game.
Okay.
Let me just
good.
change this. I've got to get a bit of delay, so I'm just going to change
Then I'm
my
good.
Discord settings slightly. We should get less of a delay. Okay. Any other
Yeah.
errands?
So Ilva would like a couple of things. Sorry if I'm speaking a bit low. I've got a sore throat, but I think I'll be okay.
Sure.
First, we would like to send a letter saying there's no Lamnic garrison in the city, just to inform them of what's been going on in Vogler and,
Sure.
well, what their thoughts, commands would be, inform them of Ilva's decision to follow on with the Governor Calafmiet's command.
Hmm.
And yeah, and also look for a book about Human Dragon game, sort of fairy tale like book, I guess.
Sure. Same deal with you. Make an investigation check.
Ooh, that's not going good. Oh,
Unfortunately, no books on human dragonbane. Unfortunately.
that's okay.
Do they have in the armory a thief's tools by any chance?
I'll say yes.
I
Yes.
had some if
Okay. So then I will take.
So feel free to grab those, Teo.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, I have expertise in thieves tools, by the way, Teo, if we
Oh,
need
that's
stuff
good
broken
too. Okay. Yeah, just in case as a backup.
Hmm.
I can break in some cases, I think.
Okay. Anything
Mhm.
else?
I
Good.
think Andvar, you said you needed to go to Wyhan's apothecary.
Yeah. I do need to deliver this scroll from Rovina. After I completed the trial, she asked me if I could, well, deliver it as a quest, I guess. So I should probably do that at some point in the very near future.
Mm. I guess we're got some free time now if you want to go.
Yeah, if it's not too much of a hassle, I would love to do that.
Who's joining
Um,
Anvar at the apothecary? Apothecary.
Ilva, I think.
This is just me creatively splitting the party.
nice.
Okay, so Anvar and Ilva, we head over to the apothecary, and the apothecary. Where are we? Yeah. Oh. So it's a typical apothecary. There's lots of potions being fused, a mortar and pestle. So what's called mortar and pestle, and grinding up stuff. And inside you see a lady, presumably Wyhan, who looks like this. And
Hmm.
as you enter inside, Wyhan's apothecary smells of licorice and pepper. This modest shop has a few meager tables displaying good luck charms, odd animal bones, and vials advertising various remedies. At the rear of the shop is a woman with raven hair and a dark dress, with a feathered wing-like sleeve stands behind a counter heaped with open books. She looks up from her reading, eyes you with disinterest. and then goes back to her book.
Anwar's gonna slowly approach the counter, which is standing behind, and say, "Excuse me, I'm looking for a Yhan."
Yes, you have found her.
Oh, perfect. I have just completed my initiate trial into the high sorcery, and I've spoken with Miss Rovina, which asked me if I could bring this scroll to you, and it was really important that I didn't open it myself, and I haven't done it. So I'm sure you would appreciate this. And he's gonna reach the scroll over to her.
She takes the scroll from your hand, and before opening, she looks at Ilva. Can I help you?
Oh, I'm just here with my friend here. Don't mind me.
Well, I do
Yeah,
mind
she's
you.
escorting me.
I do mind you. Are you here for business? What do you wish to buy?
Oh, I'm just escorting my friend here to see you. I can wait outside if I'm
Yes, we don't need
not wanted.
a big, clunky, metal armored fool in my apothecary. You're likely to break something. Come in here with your armor and your helmet and your sword. I think it's best if you leave.
Ah, well, I guess I'll wait outside for you, Anvar.
Anwar's gonna be a little bit confused and turn around, look at Ilva, look back at the Yhan, and be like, "You want me to leave as well, or?"
No, you can stay. Just your clunky friend. I'd prefer it if she waited
Oh,
outside.
okay.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Ilva.
yeah, it was gonna clank outside.
Clank, 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 clank. And she takes the scroll, looks at it, rolls it up again. So you're interested in the arcane arts, I assume. You have some natural gifting? Natural gift?
Yes. I've only recently started to achieve my powers, and I would actually like to know more about it, more than I know at this current point, which is basically nothing.
Yes, ignorance for sure. Tell me, why do you think you are even worthy of using magic? What makes you so
Uh,
special?
to be honest, I don't know. I haven't really considered myself special at all.
So
I don't really know what's going on.
so if you're not worthy, why are you pursuing this path? You went to the tower, did a test there, so you passed it, and you turn up at my apothecary with disinterest? Or am I mistaking you?
Well, I wouldn't say disinterest, more confusion, perhaps, is the right word to use. I would for sure like to know more about this, but I don't know where to start, to be honest.
You can start by thinking more deeply about my question. Why do you think you are worthy of using magic?
And we're just gonna like stare down into the counter and scratch the back of his hood, and make like some confused gestures and be like, "Well, I did end up with the opportunity of helping gain the power of helping others. Maybe it has something to do with that. This knight which you sent out, Ilva, was her name, is her name, um, was gravely wounded at some point, and if I hadn't been there, she might have perished if I didn't use my powers on her. So I don't know, maybe something like that. Maybe I'm given these powers to try to help others?
Perhaps if all you're interested in doing is healing, perhaps you could study at the local hospital if that's your calling.
Well, maybe. Do they do arcane arts at the hospital?
Oh no, but the divine healers of days gone by are no longer around. Maybe that is your future, working in hospitals, healing the ill. Is that where you see your destiny?
Well, I don't really know. If I could contribute to something greater than myself, then sure. But I, at this current moment in time, I feel like fate is just pulling me in every kinds of directions, which yeah, I feel like I've just end up wherever I'm needed the most.
So, make the world a better place. Tell me, Anvar, how would you change the world with your magic?
Well, it seems like there's dire times to come, and I found myself a little group which I currently enjoy traveling with, and to my current understanding, it seems like we're striving to make something, well, create a solution to this mess which we're currently heading into. And if my role in all of this is to help this group complete, well, their goal in stopping everything bad from happening, then sure, I would like to help as much as I can.
And tell me, Anvar, do you serve your magic, or does your magic serve you?
Well, at this current time, I feel like my magic is serving me, and I, in return, uh, well, I'm serving those who need me.
So magic is your servant? Is that what you're saying?
Hmm. I guess.
Interesting. And tell me, Anvar, if you were to lose your magic, what would you do?
Hmm. I guess I would do what I did before everything changed. Go back to my life before everything of this happened.
So if you were to lose your magic, you would abandon your friends, leave others to fight the war, and return to a simple life.
Well, well, when you put it like that, I think I'm a little too deep at this current time to do that. But I would like to try to help, but without my magic, I'm not really sure how.
Who are
What
you?
can,
Who are you, Anvar, without your magic?
well, without my magic, Anwar is still pretty young. He's in his early 20s. Um,
Mhm.
well, I did work at, um, I did work at my family's farm back in, ooh, what's it called? I need to find Anwar's sheet.
Back in insert name
Back in
right here.
Tarsis.
Oh, sure, Tarsus, yep.
Yeah. Um, where I try to contribute as much as I could. I'm not really the strongest person, but well, I may do. I usually try to help the people around me, trying to assist them, even though I'm not the strongest.
And I notice you are already wearing the white robes of high sorcery. Do you think that's a bit arrogant, Anvar?
Arrogant?
Yes.
How do you mean?
Traditionally, you need to more past the tests of high sorcery. You've merely gone through the initiate stage.
Hmm. Well, I don't really know too much about all these high sorcery traditions, but well, Rovina gave them to me, and if she wants me to have them, I will honor her wishes.
This is a path you wish to take, wearing the white robes.
Yeah, I felt like well, they are mine to keep, so I will wear them with my most respectful honor, with pride.
Tell you what I will do for you, Anvar. It seems as if the white robes have chosen you already. I will contact, as per the request in your letter, to contact my fellow mages of high sorceries and petition for you to be included in this organization. Now, you understand what's involved with that, do you not, Anvar?
Uh, Not really.
You're giving a test of high sorcery. Not so much like the initiation you faced before, but a test which you may or may not survive. This is something that's interest you. You'll A, gain more power, B, be more respect, but C, might actually be dead and fail. Are you
Hmm.
prepared to take the test, Anvar?
Well, if my life were to perish because of this, at least I tried to make things better.
I will contact the leaders at the Tower of High Sorcery in Wayreth. And if they agree to take you through the tests, which I say you may or may not survive, um, I will help you with transportation there and arrange for you a test. It will take me some time, though, Anvar. Do you have any other questions for me?
Well, first of all, I would just like to say thank you very much. I really appreciate your assistance. Um, if I do have other questions, not. Do you know anything about the politics in this city? About the governor? Um, Something. Well, we have a lot of refugees with us, and there seems like a lot of political crisis happening at the moment.
Well, there is Governor Kalof Miat. He's an okay person. He's a bit narrow in his viewpoints, I guess you could say. And then, of course, there's the guild leaders for the cartographer, the dockhands, the fishers, and so on. Put it this way: there are a few places I would choose to be other than Kalaman in these times of war. The city's walls have stood, and they even stood through the calamity itself. So if there's a place to be, this would be it.
That's really reassuring to hear. I do hope Kalaman has the, well, potential to help all of these refugees that's now coming to the city. Well, yeah,
Now, if you
I guess that's
excuse
all
me,
I wondered.
I'm dreadfully busy. And she goes back to reading her book right in front of you. It just looks like a novel, not so much like a study book. And I'm dreadfully busy, excuse me. And she goes back to reading her novel.
And we're just gonna say, oh, of course, thank you once again, and just nod his head and slowly back away from Waihan and leave the shop.
Okay. Anything else? You're getting a drink, Gwyn?
Yeah.
Okay. This is anything else anybody needs to do in particular? We can fast forward to the next morning.
Andor would actually like to try to find a feather or some fur, also for spell components.
Material components that don't cost gold value and aren't consumed. Just assume that you have them.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So you'll return to your quarters in Calaman. Uh, get a good night's rest. And early in the morning, you hear a knocking on the door.
Well, I guess we'll open the door.
Okay, you open the door, and there is Darrett. Now, Darrett's got on his Knights of Slumnia armor. It doesn't quite fit him, but he hasn't fully grown either, so it doesn't make a sense. Excuse me, everybody. Marshal Vendry would like to talk to you. Um, he's got some missions for us. I think it's best if we could report and see what he has for us to do.
Hmm.
So, follow me, and you all follow, I assume, Darrett down through the castle, down to the lowest floor, and he escorts you into Marshal Vendry's office, which is spare, holds little more than a desk heaped with documents, shelved filled with rolled scrolls, and a board upon which is pinned a map of the surrounding province of Nightland. Vendry stands as you enter. Thank you for coming. Thank you for agreeing uh, to aid us. Now, before I detail this mission, do you have any questions for me? Now would be the time.
What kind of missions are we supposed to take on?
Well, the ones that I give you, let's not mix word about that. Now, my first question for you altogether is I believe there was some type of mechanical siege engine or something used in the assault on Vogler. Can you tell me more information about that, please?
Yes, there was a. It was like a mechanical dragon. Basically, it took 3 to 4 of the draconic beings to move it around, and it took at least 3 of them to operate it in one go, or one person or draconic being to pull 3 separate levers to activate it, and it would breathe out dragon fire.
Do you feel that this was a mechanical creation or a magical creation?
Um, I was
Probably
able
both.
to jump up and turn it on them to use it against them, but a little bit of both. It was definitely mechanical, but there was no fuel source, it seemed, for the fire to just happen.
Interesting. Does anybody else have any information about this device?
That's
As a
outside my
sense,
field, but yeah.
yeah, as a sense, it looks quite elaborated, and yeah, in the discussion we have yesterday, definitely came also to our mind that these creatures that we encounter could not have been responsible of its construction. They seem too primitive for that.
Interesting. So, given that it's mostly mechanical, according to you, Arson, who do you think would be the best type of people to talk to? This is a question for all of you. I want to see how smart you are.
Well, if you got any gnomes around.
Gnomes, exactly. Gnomes are famous for this thing. Unfortunately, there are no gnomes or no gnome laboratories here in Kelaman. Why do you think that may be?
Did you have a problem with them in the past,
Not problems with
or do you
gnomes
think it's
per
because
se.
they are too dangerous?
Dangerous is an interesting word. Prone to make things that explode, which don't work very well in the city. It's best if they do it elsewhere. The best I know is a lady called Tatina Rookledust. Now, Yeah, so 12 miles south of Kalaman, you find the house of a gnome inventor by the name of Tatina Rookledust. I want you to go to Rookledust's house to see if she knows anything about this particular device or any similar ones. Even if Rookledust knows nothing, I would still like you to bring her here. The city's leadership would very much like to meet her and perhaps even give her as an advisor. So, go find Titania Rookledust, find out what she knows or anything about this device, and report back, ideally with her in tow. I'm sure her expertise would be very useful to the war efforts. So that is a job I require of you.
What if she objects?
If she says no, I mean, no means no. It'd be great if she has you, but
just
you don't bring her by force or anything like that. If she doesn't want to come, then she doesn't want to come.
okay.
Fair enough.
Any other
And
questions?
You say it's 12 miles far from here. Anything we should be aware of? I mean, I know that we are in strange times, but probably there are normal tribes or normal bandits in the area. So is there any risk that we should know about?
Well, we are in times of war, of course. There's that inherent risk. Let me just drag you to this map. There is, of course, inherent danger with the war going on. There are, unfortunately, no dragon armies dare to come so close to Kalaman, so the surrounding areas are relatively safe. We have had reports of mercenaries specifically seeking out the Red Dragon army because it pays well. So you might encounter that. I don't think you'll get any trouble, but I will see how it goes. So worst,
Since
there'll be no armies. You might come across something else, but no actual army, I don't think. Yes, Arson.
since it is 12 miles away, will you be providing horses for us?
Horses, unfortunately not. We do not have. Our horses are used for our more larger armies, so no horses, unfortunately. Though I believe you, Ilva, have one.
Yes, I could. Well, he's a draft horse, so Atger is pretty strong. He could pull a cart if it's possible.
Yes, I think arrangements can be made. We do have some carts. If you think your steed is strong enough to carry all 5 of you, 6 if we count Darrett as well, then of course.
Yeah, he should be fine, I think.
Yeah, at least we can walk part of the time and we can
Mm.
use the cart other time.
Okay, we'll get you one of those. It shouldn't take too long to organize. Anything else you might require, or might know about, or need to know more information about?
Maybe it would be wise to bring some extra rations with us as well, just in case the trip takes longer than expected.
Sure. Once again, Kellerman will provide those for you. No problem.
I'm also a little bit curious about the gnomes. I was thinking, are gnomes known to help, well, dragon creatures such as these? I mean, aren't they kind of obviously evil?
Well,
Or I don't know too much about gnomes, but to me it seems kind of weird.
well, it is weird, which is why you need to speak to Titania. Um, I mean, gnomes, as far as I understand, what they like is inventing things. The second most thing they love is inventing things. The third most thing they like is inventing things. I don't think gold per se would interest them, apart from allowing them to buy more stuff to carry on inventing things. I'd be very surprised if This is a mystery. I wouldn't think a gnome would make such a weapon of destruction and sell it to an army. But all fingers are tending to point to the gnomes who might have done this. This is the mystery, and this is what I wish you to investigate.
They could possibly be forced to make them
Yeah,
under duress.
That is true.
I was thinking that.
I mean, they are taking prisoners. I mean, we already know from our own town that they are taking prisoners. So we may have a special task for them.
It is true.
Okay, I think we have a mission to take care of.
All right. Well, I'll have the cart attached to... yes, Anvar.
Yeah, Andor's just gonna... he's gonna try and ask... I don't mean to push my luck or anything, but would it be possible to, well, have some of my pay in advance? Not in money, but maybe 2 small platinum rings, perhaps? It would really help me with this quest. It would enhance some of my magical properties.
I'll put it this way. You'll be paid the stipend of 5 gold pieces a week, and we're more than happy to pay you in advance. So it gives you all 5 gold pieces. Feel free to add that to your gold stock. How much are they toward for the rings? What's they got to be worth?
They're 50, so still a long way to go.
What, pray tell, do you need platinum rings for?
Well, I how would I RP this as not knowing too much about magic, but also meta gaming some kind of way? Well, say it like this. I have this urge in some kind to place a beacon of defense, and for some reason I have this innate feeling that it can only be done with platinum rings. It's kind of weird, I know, but
it's a magical thing?
excuse me. It's a magical thing, yes.
Make a persuasion check. Mr.
Oh,
Anvar.
nice. Please roll. Good. Yes.
This will aid in the defense of your fellow soldiers, I guess would be an appropriate word to use at this time.
You're completely right.
I will make arrangements for 2 platinum rings to be brought to you. We'll get the cart hooked up to your horse, Ilva, and all things should be good to go in about an hour.
That sounds good.
Thank you so much, and Andor's gonna make this big bow.
You're most welcome. Okay, so in the next hour or so, getting ready for the trip. Darrett is very excited. And as you're arranging getting the horse bridled up to the cart and the 2 platinum rings are brought to you, Anvar, assume that you have those. And as you're with the horse, Ilva, and talking to Darrett just casually, a tomato comes from nowhere and hits Darrett right in the head, just splashes across. He doesn't have the horn on yet, so it kind of hits him in the head, back of the head. Tomato juice drips down the bottom of him. And he turns around and says, "Oi! Who the bloody hell did that? Come here!" And you see a couple of teenage guys, about 17, 18, says, "We know all about you, you filthy Islamic knight. We don't need your help around here. We've been told about you were responsible for the calamity, allied with Ishtar. Once a Islamic knight, always a Islamic knight, so piss off out of the city." And Darrett says, "Right, you lot, come here." And he starts storming over
Ilva's
to them.
she's gonna just say, Darrett,
What?
and she's going to just give the teenagers a menacing stare, like that says, "Stop now."
The mom stare.
Yeah.
Make an intimidation check, Ilva.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
Scary.
So Darrett's about. You've stopped Darrett, right? Did you stop Darrett?
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah. So you
Yeah,
put
yeah.
your hand on your shoulder, stop Darrett, and he's furious and he's about to storm over. Give us a mum look, Christian. What does it look like?
I'm not good at these.
Love it.
I feel like an irresistible urge to make my bed now. The boys, as you turn around and do the slow turn, they look at you, and they just scurry off away down the alleyway. Is that what we're supposed to do, Ilva? We're supposed to turn the other cheek and let people abuse us like that?
No, but they don't know what they're doing, and they've been raised on these stories of the Islamic Knights as these bad guys in their heads, but well, I was raised with Islamic Knights as the good guys. It's all a matter of what you grow up believing, and we'll just have to show them otherwise. We'll be their heroes again.
Well,
Or
let's hope we can
yeah.
change the story, because in some senses they were right. The Islamic Knights were allies with Ishtar for a long time, and when Ishtar became what Ishtar was, the Islamic Knights did nothing in the way they are right.
Well, it's up to me and people like me and you to change things for the better, then, right?
Thank you, Lidva, for resolving the situation. I appreciate it.
No worries. Just
Speaking of showing people who we are, I think we should be careful with our messages. If we get them right, we can probably convince the governor and others of the value of our alliance, and especially on getting our people into the city. So I know that we may encounter here and there some things that we may not like a lot, but I think we should all consider that the value we are providing to our people.
good words, Theo.
Okay. So the horses is saddled up, and you start heading out from the city. Let me know if you don't want to do anything else.
And we're just gonna, go over to Ilva and say, you've been awfully in a lot of danger recently,
That's my
tending the
job.
front lines. Yeah. I want you to have this, and we're just gonna give you one of the rings.
Wait, what? Huh? This isn't.
Oh, this is so romantic.
Oh,
Can I be best man?
And we're just gonna be like, wow,
Do
it's for
Ew.
protection.
Oh, I'm gonna cry. This is beautiful.
No, it's not. This is.
And we're just gonna be like a little bit serious as well. Ilva, please.
What?
Everybody
What?
quiet. He's gonna propose. Everybody quiet.
The rings which I got earlier, they might be able to keep you a little more safe on the front lines. And well, since you're putting your life at risk for everyone else, I thought that it would be good for you to have some reassurance.
Okay.
So I need you to wear this when you're in combat, okay?
Well, when you put it like that, I suppose that works.
I do hope so
Thank
as
you.
well.
For looking out for me.
Of course. I mean, you're looking out for all of us, so I mean, it's only fair that we try to look out for you as well, right?
I suppose. Ah, that's kind of cute. Thank you, Anvar.
Of course. And well, Anwar is gonna slowly return away from this close to awkward situation.
What do you mean close to
Close?
awkward?
Close, so close.
And Envar, here's the flowers you asked for. Shit, you already gave her the ring. Damn it.
Oh, that was beautiful. All the players knew exactly what was happening. All the player characters decided to go a different way. Beautiful. All right. So you're linked together. So warding bond will be between you and Anvar and Arson. Anvar and Ilva. Okay. So, so you start hitting. It's going to take the best part of a day to get there, but you start heading south. Let's have Gwyn. Can you roll me a d4, please?
Dokie.
4. Off to the side of the road, you'll notice it as you head south. You notice there's a burned farmhouse on the side. There doesn't appear a lot of action around it, like there's no cattle. The fields look as if they need tending. And there's a burnt out farmhouse. Keep on
I
riding.
guess
or
we
you
should
wanna have a look?
probably. Gwen would stop and make sure there's. Is it freshly burned or does it look old?
Make a survival check, Gwyn. So I'll say you kind of jump off the back of the cart and get a little bit closer to this burned farmhouse. And as you get a little bit closer to visit it, you find no evidence of recent activity, like no footprints, no anything like that. But you do notice that the farmhouse was burned from the roof. Like the fire started on the roof and then worked its way down.
I shout from the cart. When? Do you know what happened?
I'll just walk back over and say it just looks like it was burned down from the roof. Not sure if there was something like shot at it, like a flaming arrow or something, but doesn't appear to be anything recent. There's no footprints or anything.
Anybody? So
Not that I've seen. Do you guys want to take a minute and check it out?
It's kind of weird, isn't it? But I mean, might be worth investigating if we find some more information.
okay, I would check around maybe just to be sure.
Yeah, be careful. If someone lit this fire on purpose, the perpetrators could still be somewhere close.
I'm going to transform into a wolf.
Okay.
And I'm going to check around. I mean, I'm not gonna leave eyesight from my people. So basically, I will just go a few meters around the.
Sure. Okay. So let's have everybody make an investigation check. Teo, you can do so at advantage, as you'll be using your wolf form to smell stuff out. So this will be a group check as you all investigate this house.
Ooh.
Ooh, Ilva.
Ouch.
Let's roll again, Teo,
Not
because I said you
detective
could do it. Oh, there
material.
we go. So we'll say Teo. We'll just have you counteracting Ilva. We'll say those are the both extremes, and we'll just look at the rest of them. So you don't find any survivors in the house. There's no burnt bodies or anything like that. Can I put this? Heyo, one thing you sniff out, or say, is a distinct smell of sulfur on the air as well. Um, you will say you're working together and trying to work things out. Teo identifies sulfur, um, and you work out that whatever set the roof on fire, it wasn't an arrow, wasn't a flaming arrow. So, for those investigation checks, that's what you work out. Not an arrow and the smell of sulfur.
Okay.
Any ideas on what this all might mean? Says Barrett. And why would you start a fire on the roof? I mean, if I wanted to burn down a farmhouse, I'd start it in the kitchen and then let the flames rise up. This is unusual.
If you want to
Um,
scare people out of the house, you put fire to the top if you want them to leave, perhaps.
Perhaps.
unless it was a possible draconic being flying above, breathing fire down from the sky.
You mean like a dragon?
Dragon or wyvern, yes. Maybe not a or young dragon.
I don't know too much about dragonfire, but aren't isn't that usually pretty strong? Wouldn't the rest of the house catch fire pretty easily, or am I sorely mistaken?
Well, the stories I've read of the
depends on-
dragons of old, the large ancient ones, they could level a city with their body. Just a little thin dry farmhouse wouldn't provide much of a challenge at all.
Unless it was a dragon-like being that can breathe fire,
Hmm.
like the dragonborn.
Perhaps you're right.
How far away are we from Calaman at this point?
6 miles or so. You're about halfway to the gnome's place.
Hmm. It is kind of alarming that this happens so close to the city. It's not a good sign.
These are times of war, and perhaps you're right. I think you might be onto something, Arthur. Maybe not a full-blown dragon, because that would be far more calamitous. Maybe something smaller.
Yes, if maybe the gnomes have made them some type of mechanical wings that allow them to glide or halfway fly.
Perhaps.
Yeah, but this close to Calaman was a little concerning, considering they said they haven't dealt with this yet.
That is concerning. You're right. What do you think, Ilva? What do we press on? What do we do?
Oh, yes, we press on. But we'll have to be on the lookout for anything flying. So, eyes to the sky.
Okay. So you get back on your cart, all keeping an eye on the sky, and apart from normal things, nothing much of interest. Can Torrid, can you roll me a d4?
A D4, sure.
That's
Another
what we-
for another
Four.
burnt down house.
Another burnt down house, exactly the same situation. Roll me another d4.
Of course.
Oh my goodness.
Again?
So many
No
burnt
way.
farmhouses.
There we go.
Ah. So this usual pleasant forest experience changes a little bit as the rain starts to come down, lightning shoots around, and apart from the weather changing, you see lightning is visible over the Dagard Mountains, which are these ones. So the weather has taken a distinct turn. But you press on. And given the directions that you were given, actually, everybody make me a perception check.
Is this within the 2 hours of the first encounter, or later?
No, later. So you can.
Okay.
Your wild shape would have gone down. Yeah, you and Gwyn, fantastic perception rolls. Okay, it's a little bit hard to hear, given this thunderstorm that's rolling around you. But we'll say Teo and Gwyn. You hear some, as if someone's banging on a door, but quite violently. And every so often you hear little, like metal smears, almost like something you might catch a bear in, and little explosions coming up the road about 50 feet or so ahead of you. And it's just over the top of the rise, so you can't quite see it at the moment. What do you do?
Guys, prepare. There is something there. Something, a trap or something. Yeah, something mechanical. We are not sure. I leave the main road and walk over there through the. I guess we all can go ahead, no?
Yeah, just cautiously.
Cautiously.
Sure.
Okay. Well, in that case, make me a stealth check. I assume you just leave the cart in the back. We'll just assume that.
Mine didn't show up for some reason. Let's see. And disadvantage 14 and 18.
Okay.
If the 17's a fail, I'm gonna pump a psychic die in it.
Let's have a look. I was on another screen for a second. So 9, 17, 5, 19. And what was yours? Sorry, Ilva?
14 with disadvantage.
14 with disadvantage. Okay. The good news is, given the rain, it's providing you quite a lot of cover. And you'll kind of slide down the side of this kind of small cliff. And what you see just on the hill just in front of you, it stands an unusual structure that resembles both a cottage and a metal fortress. The building bristles with steaming pipes and roaring devices, and it's currently under siege. And you put two and two together and think this is surely Rookledust's workshop. And amid clanging metal contraptions, there are goblins trying to breach the structure, impeded by gadgets that spin, snap, and thrash in the yard. Every few moments, a gnome appears from an open clock face above the door and hucks a new clockwork calamity at their attackers, while cackling and yelling insults. What does that look like exactly? Is this... Where is my map gone? There it is. Like that. So that's what you see. And I have some art where you can contemplate that situation. Always so hard to find handouts. Oh, here we go. That's the scene in front of you.
Is that bird pooping out eggs at the shield? That is amazing.
The goblins don't appear to have noticed you. You do notice there's a hobgoblin over here who appears to be shouting orders. What do you wish to do?
May Andor not be so ballsy to be first in line?
Okay. That's just where I randomly placed you. Feel free to adjust.
Yeah,
as you
sure.
see fit.
Think I'll place myself a little bit more behind.
Okay.
Then it would be stealthy, hiding into the shadow of the rock.
Yeah. Gwen is gonna immediately just from this tree bush try to take a shot at the hobgoblin.
Okay. This is how we'll do it. Everybody can do, because Gwen's gonna do stuff. So everybody's gonna get a free action from this point, and then we're gonna roll for initiative. So Gwen, absolutely take a shot. Yeah, at advantage. Boom. Slams into the side of this hobgoblin. Roll damage. The hobgoblins. Are you idiots? There's somebody else here. We're under attack. And the bugs start crawling around him as well. Bugs are attacking us with the bugs. There's no defense against bugs. All right. I remember a story when I was in the north of Uganda. There was lots of. There was this guy called, I forget what his name, but he was famous for recruiting child soldiers. And the locals there were saying that the guy had control over the insects. So when the Ugandan army would send armies up there, they were completely helpless because this guy would summon swarms of insects. And you can't shoot insects, you can't put armor on for insects. So it reminded me of that guy. Of course, I didn't believe this guy could summon insects, but there we go. Okay, Arson, what are you doing?
Seeing Gwen do that, he'll immediately throw a psychic dagger at this guy from the shadows.
Okay, advantage.
Okay. Advantage. Psychic dagger. Here we go. Thankfully for it.
Yep.
Okay, so there's 14 total.
Against which guy?
This
That
guy right here.
So before he even sees it coming, the dagger hits him in the back and goes down.
Huh.
Okay, so let's go. Ilva, what are you doing?
Can I use the bonus action for
Sure.
this turn? I would like to use Commanding Rally and bonus action Command Arsene to attack this guy. As a well, yeah, if he wants
That's
to,
so
I
cool.
can add a D8 to attack.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, we're gonna set up some good sneak attack combos soon.
Yeah. So advantage since it's from the shadows again and it's yours?
Well, I'm just thinking. I think you can do one sneak attack per turn. So this will necessarily not be a sneak attack. So you won't get sneak attack.
Shit, yeah,
damage.
that's true.
I thought it was one sneak attack per each character's turn.
Yeah,
So like
I think
I could get a
yeah.
reaction and my reaction would still sneak attack.
Can you well, this is probably going to happen again. So let's get it right. Can you bring up the sneak attack text from your character, and we'll see.
Sure.
Yeah, what Arsene says, I think is correct. It's one per turn, not per round.
Oh, not
Yeah.
rolling.
I think I read about there's a Battle Master command which does the same, which is a good combo with rogues. That's them attack and a reaction.
Once per turn. So this
Not
I think
per round of combat, but once per turn.
Yeah, I think we'll allow it then. This is a good combo. Okay, so but it does cost his reaction, I assume.
Yeah, and it costs me one of my uses of it for a long rest.
Okay. As you were, Arson, feel free to take another shot.
Okay. Yes, okay. Pretty good, 26.
I'm going to say not at advantage, though. You just gave your position away by shooting. You attracted their attention. So what was it without advantage?
okay.
It was
Without advantage, 5 plus 7, so 12.
12. Just glances off this thing's tattered leather armor, so it's going to be a miss. Okay, Anvar.
Oh wait, don't I get to add a D8? Because
That's to the damage, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
the
double check.
damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Not to hit, to damage. Okay.
The number bod to the damage roll. Yep. Okay, so the arrow flies
If
off.
the
The
attack- okay.
goblins, you simply got the goblins' attention, so have got to go. Anvar, what are you doing?
Right. Anvar is gonna move a little bit out here. And I'm going to use Frostbite against this guy, and I'm going to use one of my sorcery points to use a distant spell to double the range, I think.
Sure.
So from 60 to 120 feet. And yeah, he has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, con saving throw. It's just a flat roll.
DC 14.
And they fail. They roll a 4.
They roll 4. Okay. Then I'll roll some frost damage. He also has disadvantage on his next weapon attack.
Which one?
Wait. And it has a disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Which one was it?
So yeah, it was the hobgoblin.
Oh, the hobgoblin. Okay, so 2 frost damage and disadvantage on the attack roll. Okay, last but certainly not least, Teo.
I'm going to cast Entangle.
Oh, Tangle. Good stuff. Where's...
So I'm going to have it. I think I cannot move it. Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. So it takes these 3 guys here.
Okay, cool. So I'll just lock that.
And that's it.
Yep, and what do they need to make in terms of saving throws?
Strength saving throw.
Okay, the 2 goblins, not terribly strong, but they do roll an 11 and a 10, so they both get immediately entangled. So we'll lock them down, and then we'll do the hobgoblin. Hobgoblin who's already having a rough day. It's a bit stronger. What's the DC 15? He fails as well, so the entanglement comes up and locks all of these guys in place. Okay, now we will
roll for initiative.
Nice.
Almost a nat 20. Just grabbing something to drink.
Go. Okay, well, look at those rolls from the goblins. Awesome. Okay, so the first goblin is the one trapped in the entangle spell. These assholes! Let's kill them and use their gas regarders! And, having seen Arson do some fantastic shots, they're going to take a shot at Arson with their short bow. And they roll a 23. Good start. The arrow goes across, thumps into your chest.
Is this with disadvantage or?
Let's see. Oh, it's 80 feet range.
No, because
so...
they are entangled. They are restrained.
Oh, they're restrained. That's true. In that case, it's a 12, so it's going to miss you, Arson. Yep. So Ryan grabs the short bow shot just at the last minute and pulls it away. So that's going to be a miss, Arson. This guy is going to run over here. Oops, wrong button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And is going to see Gwyn hiding around in a tree over there, which is going to give Gwyn some cover. So I can give this guy -2 to his short bow shot. So 9 reduced to 7. So now the arrow comes towards you, Gwyn, but it just gets caught up in the foliage of the tree. That's going to be a miss. This guy doesn't like... is he going to shoot? Now he's going to take the shot at disadvantage against Arson again. Because of the entanglement, he's not going to try and get himself out. And he rolls a natural.
Okay. Yeah, let's see. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna shoot at our guy here again.
Okay.
Assuming I'm not hiding. There we go.
At advantage, because he's restrained.
Oh, hey, maybe we'll get a natural.
Okay, that does hit.
Ooh.
And the guy says, "Get these intruders, slaughter the winner!" And he dies. Arrow to the chest.
Nice.
He's out of here. Falls to the ground.
Okay. And then, is this again? Okay. Then yeah, okay, I'm good.
Okay. This goblin... 15 is going to swing around here. Yeah, going to go for Arson again, right in the front. This time without disadvantage, thanks to stuff. Short bow. That one will definitely hit with a 23. Cut them down, boys! They're easy! Aim for the throats! So 8 points of damage to you, Arson, and Arson, it's your go.
Sorry, how much damage?
8.
8. Okay, the mic cut out when you said that. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, that's rough. Okay, I'm just gonna fling a psychic dagger at this one here.
Okay.
That's gonna be a miss, probably.
That is a miss. Yep.
Let's see here. And I will... attempt to run over here to the shadows and use my bonus action to hide.
Okay. 20. Okay, so you duck down behind here. Cool. Okay, nice. This goblin is going to try and bash... It's trying to bash open this door. It's going to make a strength check. A 3. So it continues to bash on it. That's going to be his turn. This guy up the top is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Going to come down here, get just the right angle to shoot at Anvar. So gets a shot bow. Fires a shot. Oh my goodness! Natural 1. No good.
Nice.
Okay, I'll wow myself. Anvar, your turn.
Well, first I'm going to cast Shield of Fate on Ylva.
Okay, nice.
And then I'm going to cast... I think I'll go with Frostbite once again on this one. The one that tried to shoot me.
Okay,
So Yeah, right. 14.
Or was it 13? So that'll work. So roll your.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So against which one, sorry?
This one.
This one. Okay, so he misses horribly. You use the opportunity to get just the right angle for your frostbite. Oh, don't do that. And you stay where you are.
I'm going to move next to Teo.
It's just sort of ducking in a little bit about this naturally
Yeah.
territories. Okay, Teo, your
Right.
turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna move here. I'm gonna use my bonus action to use my archer form and shoot the guy who's injured on top of me.
Okay, sure.
27 with 22. Okay.
22 hits.
And no, 10 points of radiant damage.
It says, I take out the magic user. Shit, I can't shoot straight. Ow, what was that? And then he falls off the cliff and dies.
And I used my action as a dodge action.
Okay, so taking the dodge.
So that's my turn.
Bonus action, starry form. Taking the dodge action, you're good. Okay, Goblin's turn. Swing round. Oops, swing round down to here. Gonna go for Teo. So you are taking the dodge action. He's gonna fire a short bow at disadvantage. And that turns a natural 20 into a 22. So you avoid 12 points of damage, Teo, but you do take 8 points of piercing damage as it gets a critical hit on you.
Okay, and I can roll Constitution saving throw with advantage.
You do. Advantage because you took Warcaster, right?
Correct.
Okay. So DC 10.
Nice.
Okay, even without advantage, you make it. Okay, the arrow. God, these guys are going to be easy. We'll eat well tonight, boys. This guy's going to do the same thing. Swings down over here. Gonna shoot Teo again at disadvantage. Oh, and that turns a natural 20 again into a 16. Does a 16 hit you, Teo?
It hits.
Okay, so...
Bad luck. Yeah, it hits.
Yep, so another 7 points of damage.
So I roll again. I don't know why it's not running with advantage, but I will try. No, it does.
Okay,
I'm
no
good.
problem. Yeah, and the good
Nice.
news is, if you hadn't have done dodge, that would have done a total of 12, 18, 25 points of damage. So dodge is well worth it. Avoided 2 criticals with that. Okay, Ilva, with this shield around you cast by Anvar, what do you do? Plus 2 your AC.
I need to get to the front, so Ilva's going to dash right next to this goblin.
Okay.
And yeah, why not? Action surge.
All right.
And try to hit him.
That is going to hit. So
yeah, let's
one or
see.
two-handed? Oh, it doesn't matter.
One-handed.
You carve through this goblin, goes dead.
Okay, I think, yeah, that's all I can do.
So we'll say you don't
Or-
use your action surge then. I think that just makes
Oh no, I
sense.
dashed, so I had to
Oh, you
action surge.
dash. Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Do you have some more movement remaining?
No, you don't get movement from action surge, as far as I know.
Or if you used your action to dash? don't you
Yeah, I
have
used 60 movements, so
Oh,
I
you did?
stood there,
Okay.
so yeah.
Can't quite get to you. Okay, this guy is a bit far away to attack you, so he's going to try and break down the door again. Oh, and he rolls a natural 20.
Wow.
And a cool thing about this map, do you guys see the door there?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, look, dynamic lighting. Open the door. Neat. So this goblin opens the door and then charges in.
Uh-oh.
Okay. The hobgoblin is dead. Alright. So, you see Titania open a door and start hurling out various machines willy-nilly. Let's say, Ilva, roll me a d6. 4. So a bundle of threshing cords come up right where you're standing. She's kind of throwing these things out willy-nilly. Some hits the goblins, some don't. This one actually hits you. She's not putting terribly much thought into it. I need you to make a dexterity saving throws as these bundles of threshing cords erupt around you. Dex saving throw, please, Oliver.
Yep.
So this little contraption goes, but you dodge it. So no net effect. Okay, so you're fine. This goblin is not enjoying being restrained. It's going to try and get out. What's the DC?
Strength check, DC 14, I believe, or 15. Let me see.
It rolls a 1, so struggles to get out. Doesn't
15.
get out. Yep, I rolled a dirty 1, so no good. Okay. This guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go down there. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Ilvar is way in front. So it's going to take a short bow attack against you. And rolls a 22.
Oh, that's above my AC of 21.
That's including the Shield of Faith?
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
19 without it, so...
Okay, so 4 points of piercing damage as he gets angled just right. This guy... It's so hard for these guys to get out. Now he's going to take a shot at disadvantage at Ilva. Rolls a 7, so the arrow just whistles over top of your head. Gwyn.
Gwyn is gonna take aim at this guy here. So let's see. Oof.
Shoots over top of his head.
Okay. I will yeah, that's it. I'm good. I'll stay. I'll just
Okay, cool. Staying with partial cover inside of that thing. This goblin is dead. Arson.
Oh man, I want to do something crazy. I don't want to die. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna risk it. I'm just gonna risk it. So we're gonna take my 35 movement here, going to bonus action dash, risking the attack of opportunity. I still got 10 more feet. I just got to get in here and see. Okay, so and 10. Okay, and I will risk the attack of opportunity.
Swings a scimitar at you as you go past. Rolls a 10, so swing and a miss.
And then I will attack this guy as Psychic Dagger.
Okay. So with your psychic dagger. You misses. And he dodges out the way of it. 12's a miss.
And I will let the gnome know, we're here to help.
Well, you're not goblins. That's a good start. Look out! Don't see that black thing on the floor. Whatever you do, don't step on it. Just don't, okay? And this goblin rushes in.
Okay.
Right behind you. He's going to try and hit you again with a scimitar. Well, different to the scimitar, but you're ready for this. Swing and a miss. Rolls a 6. Anvar.
Anvar is gonna move up next to Teo.
Yep.
And he's gonna place his hand on Teo's shoulder and cast Cure Wounds on first level. Going to that. And he's just gonna say, keep up the good work, Teo. And he's gonna move a little bit more back, and he's gonna bonus action and use 2 of his sorcery points to get 1 spell slot back. First level.
Okay, nice. Okay, rejuvenating Tayo, feeling a lot better. Tayo, now having been healed, what do you do?
You're gonna continue moving forward. Trying to see whether I see these goblins inside, but I don't. So I'm going to shoot this guy, the guy on top, with my bonus action.
Okay, we'll get +2 to his ACs, kind of shooting above that cliff, but you can certainly try.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, Leah. I should
You
be saying
can
that.
certainly try.
My apologies, Leah. Even with this cover, that is definitely going to hit.
It's 8 points of rolling damage.
It's enough to take him out.
And
He falls to the ground.
I take my action as a dodge action.
Dodge action again. Okay, so we'll leave that dodge thing on you. Okay, this goblin... given one of those. Alright, boys, I know exactly what to do. You guys in the tangle web, you attack them and you cut their throats, and yeah, I'll be providing support from the back. He takes off.
Good plan.
This guy says, "What? What the hell's going on? Shit!" 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ducks down below that cliff. Ilva.
Yeah, let's see. Run over to this guy.
Uh-huh.
I guess we need one of these alive. She's gonna try to knock out the goblin in the web.
Sure, so non-lethal, but you can attack with an advantage because it's restrained. Yep, that hits.
That's one-handed, so 11.
Okay, that is enough to knock this poor little goblin unconscious. Down he goes.
And yeah, that's gonna be my turn.
Okay, nice. This goblin sees Arson rushing in. Says, "Let's get this one up." And he's going to swing at you with his scimitar, Arson. Rolling a 16, which doesn't hit.
17 now, the studded leather.
Studded leather. Okay, swing and a miss. That's his one attack. And let's say Teo. Roll me a d6.
Two.
So this, as you saw in the art, there's this mechanical chicken just flying around, whoosh, 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 and it fires an egg at you. Let's see if it hits. Oh, natural 20 from the egg thrower. Fantastic. So, you're going to take... Ah, it was 2d4.
Oh my god.
Ones. No, man.
Wow.
Just the 2 points of damage. But the egg burst into an oily mist, and the character, you have disadvantage on all attack rolls as this egg yolk is in your face. So that was a long walk, but there we go. Okay. Goblin is unconscious. This goblin is in full panic mode. He's going to use his action to try and break free. And he rolls a 17. He does break free.
Yeah.
That uses his action. 5, 10, 15, 20. Just falls off the side of the cliff, trying to do a cool barrel roll, but failing dismally. Okay, go in.
Okay, he's knocked out. That guy went. Okay, so. I can do 35. Okay, and then I guess I'll just dash, so. Okay, and I'll just stay there.
Okay. Running up. Okay, Arson, surrounded by goblins. What do you do?
going to move, so I'm going to do bonus action steady aim to get advantage.
Okay.
And then I will attack with a psychic dagger on this guy right here.
Okay.
And I will just use a normal dagger swing. Oh, I forgot advantage. Let's see if it's a 20. It is not. So 23 to hit him.
Yep. It's most things.
And I don't get +2 damage because I'm not throwing the dagger. So just normal. Okay. So 19 total damage. Sneak attack because I had advantage.
You won't get this guy, no problem. And you just stab him right through the throat, and down he goes.
And
That necessarily your turn.
yeah, I just wanted to move to
Oh,
the side if this
no.
is safe right here. Just a
You did
little
steady
step.
aim?
Nope.
You may not.
Oh, I can't move. That's right. I steady aimed. You're right.
Oh.
Thank you. That's my turn.
That's right. Okay, Anvar.
Anvar's gonna use his action to dash.
Yep.
And he's gonna move up here. He's also gonna bonus action and convert one of his second level spell slots into sorcery points. So
Okay.
yeah.
Cool, got it. Teo, covered in egg. What do you do?
I'm the one covered in the egg. Sorry, I thought it was other. Okay.
No, it's you. You're
I
covered
missed
in
that.
egg.
What was that? So I could not move well, or I cannot.
A disadvantage on attack rolls because you've got egg
Okay.
in your face.
Can I use my action to clean it or something, or?
Sure. Yep, you can clean it off with an action.
Yeah. So I will do that. I will try it. I don't know. Do I have to roll something, or?
No, you can just have it done. Automatically do that.
And then
as an
I'm gonna
action.
move here 3, 4, 5, 6. And I don't see any enemies. So these guys are running for their lives, no?
Yep,
You
these
guys at the
three are
bottom.
down at the bottom. Yep, and this guy is unconscious but not dying.
Okay, so I'm not gonna shoot them. So that's my turn.
Okay. This goblin dashes away and dashes so far away that he's out of sight, out of mind. You don't know where he went. He's hightailing it. As is this goblin, he's hightailing it. Ilva.
Yeah, let's see. 20, run inside. 25. 30, right next to Xen, and yeah, try to stab this goblin with a spear.
Alright. Roll to hit. That hits.
Ooh, if that's a 1 in my one-handed, let's see. I can't with great weapon, but with piercer, yeah, I'll re-roll the damage
Okay, so it's 6 at the
to a
moment.
3. Yeah, it's
Oh,
up from a 6 to an 8. Yeah.
okay. 6 wasn't enough to kill it, but 8 is enough to kill it. It dies. Okay, cool. So that goblin's dead.
I'm going to yell to the gnome. There's the enemies are fleeing. You can stop with the weird contraptions now.
Are you sure? Roll me a
Yes,
persuasion
yes.
check.
Oof.
No, just to be sure, I'll throw one more. Gwyn, roll a d6. Or make a dexterity saving throw, Gwyn. Another one of these bundle of thrashing cords whip around you to try and restrain you in place, Gwyn, but you're far too dexterous from that and just jump out the way. Okay, so that's this goblin's going to do that. This goblin's going to disappear out of sight. And I think there's no other active combatants in the order, so we can go back to a rainy day outside and get out of initiative order. Okay, and let's take a 5-minute break, and we'll pick up the story in 5 minutes. Sound good, guys?
All right.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right, 5 minutes. here. No time for a nap, Kayla.
It's just relaxing.
Mm.
Good. And did you like that video I tagged you in, Doug, with a natural 20 that's a fail?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Reminds me of a certain situation.
Oh, well, you what? Shade? Yeah.
Poor old Shade. Okay. Alright, so with the goblins, one goblin unconscious on the ground there. We'll say the tangle's still up. What do you guys do?
This goblin right here, is he currently unconscious? Are we supposed to spare him in some kind of way?
I think that was Ilva's intention, yeah.
Well, just to be sure, Anwar's just gonna cast Spare the Dying, just in case Ilva hits really, really, really hard.
Okay, cool.
And that's that, yeah.
Roll me a d4, Ilva. I know d4.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Hey, of course,
good.
Ilva doesn't know that, but
Nope.
yeah, you know they'll generally at least an hour before you come up with unconsciousness. And Tanya says, "Wow, guys, that was amazing. Thank you so much for your help. Don't think I don't appreciate it. You guys are the best. Hey, what's your name?" Pointing to Arson.
Oh, I'm Arson.
Okay, yeah, quickly, hold on to this for a sec. And she hands you a thing that almost looks like an apple. Shape, well, about the size of an apple. It looks kind of black as well.
Okay.
Arson, are you wearing gloves?
Uh-oh.
I think he would be, actually. I mean...
Yes.
You did say
I mean,
yeah.
with it being a rogue and everything, I didn't say it, but I think he would be being a rogue and everything, yeah.
Okay, careful, it can be a little hot. And whatever you do, don't turn it over. Oh, shit! She ducks behind this thing, and you look at the device in your hand. Tick,
Oh,
tick, tick.
I
I take
throw
the
it out
controller.
here. I throw it out the door.
Oh, right next to the goblin? Okay.
Heck
I
yeah.
just throw it. I'm not looking where, I'm just throwing it out the door, so wherever it lands, it lands.
That's awesome.
Roll a d20, and if you're 1 or a 2, it's going to land next to the goblin. We'll do it that way. So just roll a straight d20, and if it's a 1 or a 2... So it comes out and just explodes right next to it. Oh, shit, sorry, my bad. Yeah, you really shouldn't have, yeah, can you do me a quick favor? Take this goblin out of the room quickly as you can. I don't want it stinking up the place.
Okay, but Tatina, careful. Things are exploding around.
What? Just get the goblin out. And she gets a thing
Okay.
which could
Guys.
almost look like a mechanical broom that sweeps and sweeps and sweeps, and she sweeps this one out the front door. Good when it's so
Guys,
garbage.
careful, don't step on the black spot. She told me when I came in here.
No, whatever you do, not the black spot.
What black spots?
Oh, that's a blue spot. I'll put a black spot on there. Whatever you do, don't stand there. See the little black spot? Do not.
Okay.
Whatever you do, stand on the black spot. I cannot emphasize this enough. No standing on the black spot. Black spot. Oh, get the goblin
Right.
out.
Okay.
Take the goblin outside. And she says, how about this weather, huh? Hey, I've got a cool thing. And she rushes to the back of the thing, and she gets this thing and starts attaching it to the helmet of Ilva. Just hold a second. It won't be long. And she starts clamping this thing onto your head. Is that too tight?
Rocks.
Tell me when.
What?
Is it too
What
tight?
are you doing?
Is it too tight? It's a simple question.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, she tightens it up even more. And she says, next time you're
Ow.
outside and you're raining, just push this button. And she goes and ducks behind the thing. It's just a precaution. You press the button.
I pushed the
Ilva,
button.
little
Yeah.
umbrella appears atop of your head.
Amazing.
I don't know how to feel about this.
That didn't explode. I'm going to take that as a win. Oh, not the black dot, not the black dot. Sorry. Hey, that's a cool cloak. Why do you hide your face so much?
Why all these questions so suddenly?
I'm so curious. The world is a wonderful place. Why the cloak? And she starts trying to pull on the cloak off your head so she can see your face.
Oh, I'm gonna take a step back and be like, well,
Oh.
I like my cloak. Thank you very much, though.
Oh, what have I said? Please, will that make a difference? Please.
I appreciate your kindness, but I must humbly decline. I really wish to wear the cloak above my face.
Hey, I could get you like a visor that would... Hey, I got a visor here. Let me grab my visor. She dashes back to the thing, comes back. Look, you can fully hide your face if you put this visor on. And she starts trying to attach it around your ears. Stay still.
Okay.
Stay still.
I'm just gonna close my eyes and, well, try to, hide my face while she does it.
And she puts this... this kind of full mask covering across your face. Okay, open your eyes. What do you see? You see nothing.
I open my eyes, and what do I see?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. How's that? Is that
I
great?
see the inside of a visor, I guess.
Yeah, you do, and it's completely opaque. You can't see through it at all.
All right, I'm gonna say, thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, no problem. Anyway, so I get a little bit ahead of myself. I tend to talk fast, think fast, move fast. Anyway, grab a seat. Thank you very much for saving me. You guys are the best. Hey, let me brew you up some tea. Who would like some tea? She dashes over here, starts making some tea.
I would love some tea indeed.
All right. And she quickly, it's got this automatic devices, and she lines up 6 cups, and she presses a button, and it tips tea into one of the cup, then shuffles along and tips tea. And she gets 6 cups of tea. She presses a button and stops. Haha, that one's working a treat. Here you go, everybody, have some tea. Thank you for saving me. I owe you so much. Once again, I cannot express this enough. Not the black dot! Stay away from it! Whew, okay. Alright.
I presume you are
Tatina Rookledust,
Tatina
yes.
Rookledust? Yeah.
What's your name?
Ilva, daughter of Moriton.
What do you think of the
Why were
umbrella hat?
goblins...
You like the umbrella hat?
It's functional. I suppose that's something I can say about it. Why were goblins attacking you?
Well, she says, see, I sold this thing to this guy here, this red and black army. He was a bit grumpy, to be honest. So I sold him this a weed clearing device for him, and I don't know why he would want a weed clearing device, but he took it, and then he wanted to come back for me to design another device for weapons. But I don't make weapons. I make cool things like hats, umbrellas, visors. How's that visor, mysterious dude in the white hood?
The name's Andor. Nice to meet you. It's very nice. Thank you.
I had a few bugs. People were saying they didn't see through it, but I am a genius inventor. I've worked these things out. Anyway, what are you doing over here? Hi, I'm Tatina. What's your name?
Gwen.
Gwen, you're a bit quiet. Gwen, is everything okay?
Everything's fine. Honestly, just taking in your beautiful shop here.
Well, thank you very much, and I must say your hair is quite beautiful too. Actually, I have something just for that. I have a mechanical comb. Maybe that'll help you with your hair.
Oh.
Dashes over, comes back. All right, so just put this comb in your hair. You'll see there's this little pool, what do you call it? A little string. Pull the string. That'll fire at the motor and it'll automatically comb your hair. My gift from you to me for saving me.
Thank you very much. I'm just gonna put it in my bag and not use it right now.
Oh, okay. Just gotta fill it up with a bit of oil every now and then. That's what burns it, drives the motor. So, yeah, you're most welcome. Anyway, what were you saying, Ilva? I lost my train of thought.
No, wondering why these goblins were here, but oh yeah, we left one unconscious outside. If you want to deal with him, I guess we can take him back with us as well for interrogation.
Well, I know
these
why he was
goblins.
here. This guy with the red and black armor, he came and he wanted me to design him a weapon, but I didn't design him a weapon. So the goblins came up and all like, where is the weapons? We want to pick up the weapons. And I said, I don't make weapons. And so I kicked them out. They tried to come in, and I was keeping them best as I could with my inventions. And you guys came up and made the whole lot of things simpler. Thank you so much. Anyway, would you like some tea?
Yes, we would like something. Which type of weapon? We are quite actually interested. We are not here by chance, actually, Tatina. We came here to talk with you.
Oh, okay.
Did you say that this man wanted you to make a weapon? Did he give you any details?
Well, he just needed weapons of war for destruction. He seemed to quite like my weed clearing device, and he wanted more, but I'm not going to make it for him. No siree. I don't make
And
weapons.
he didn't really specify what he meant about weapon, only that it was meant to use in warfare.
Yeah, but I have some things. They're fairly harmless, like eggs to the face. You look still a bit messy there, Mr. Visor. See, if you were wearing the visor, you wouldn't got the egg in your face, right? So you gotta think ahead. Think ahead. And yeah, you wanted weapons. Yes.
Do you think he may be able to convince or recruit other gnomes to do such thing? I mentioned that because we have seen a strange weapon, and we actually came here to ask you about it.
Okay. What did
Weapon
it look like?
as big as a horse with the shape of a dragon that can fire several feet away.
Oh, I see what's happening now. See, I sold him this weed clearing device I have. It's about as big as a horse, so similar. And it's very cool. You sit on top of it and you kind of point it in any direction you like and press a few buttons and levers, and then it shoots out a thing of flame, and before you know it, bush, no more weeds. And that's what he bought off me.
Whoa.
Oh,
Well,
okay. And what do you need to change that to make it? I think what you describe is more or less like what we see, but with a different shape.
Well,
Ca-
well, man, the thing
Can this be
made,
dangerous for a person as it was?
well, I guess you could use it for something other than weed clearing if you really wanted to. I mean, it does shoot flame and kills the weeds. I had to fine tune it because it was also killing the flowers. But hey, it's a work in progress.
It shoots flames?
Yeah.
Why?
That'll do it.
To clear the weeds. Try and keep up.
To burn down houses, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wouldn't that be a little bit out of control, perhaps?
I could understand spiders.
Well, it could also be a spider clearing device if you really wanted it to. But
I think they may have used it to burn down a house. So.
Oh. Well, I feel kind of bad that I sold them that. I mean, I assumed they're just going to use it for weed clearing. I never thought it would be used on buildings or... They didn't use it on people, did they?
Not that we know of.
No, they used it on us, so technically yes.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm very glad I didn't sell them my follow-up weapons. In fact, I didn't even design any because I knew I don't design weapons, but they made a very compelling argument. It was More of a less of a compelling argument and more do what they say or they'll screw you. You guys.
Well, then these goblins, they were sent by the Red Dragon army to force you to make more weapons, do you think?
What's the Red Dragon Army?
You talk about a soldier that wanted a weapon, right?
Yes, I
Who
didn't
was
know
from
him,
the
but
Red Dragon army?
who is wearing red and black armor? I don't know. Maybe.
Hmm.
Did you tell them where they could get weapons?
Swords and stuff. Everybody knows where to get a sword. They had swords. They just wanted like weapons of mass destruction, something like that.
And did you recommend somewhere where they could find these kind of things?
Well, the thing is, the whole negotiation was like, do what we said or we'll smash you. So I said I'd do what they'd said, but I never did. But if they're after swords and stuff, they're a dime a dozen. You can find a sword if you really want to. Hey, wait. She dashes over here. Hey, I got a gift for you for saving me. In addition to the comb and the umbrella hat. Ilva, right, you're never going to take off that umbrella hat, right? Unless it stops raining. Right?
Unless it stops raining, yes.
Yeah, so just keep it up when you go outside. You'll be fine. Anyway, I've got this thing that I've invented. It's called a far gab. See, I like the isolation out of here, far away from the cities, but I get it's a little bit lonely, and I can do my inventions, and it's nice to have visitors, but it's also nice to talk to people. And she brings out these two items that are almost identical, and she starts hitching one to the back of Teo. Yeah, just stay still. We're just gonna put this onto you, okay? And she starts putting it onto Teo.
Oh, what's that? This for?
It's a fire gab. And she slings one on herself. I said, okay, just wait here. And she dashes out of the house, going to God knows where. And you hear a loud voice from the backpack saying, "Can you hear me? You may respond. 25 words are limited, and that's all you can talk to. Remember, it's just 25 words, and
I hear you well. That's amazing.
isn't it cool? It's called a fire gab." And she
Oh
rushes,
man, that's a really cool name either.
and she hands you over a pair of fire gabs, which I have, which is one of these.
Really cool. How far can we hear each other?
It's quite a while. I've tested it up to 18 miles.
18 miles?
Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing.
Oh.
Medieval radio.
How heavy are these?
Oh. Pretty heavy. Doesn't give a weight. Maybe 10 pounds if you want. It's quite a heavy thing. Isn't that cool?
It's actually quite cool.
Hey.
Never seen something like that.
Hey, don't know your name, but here, put on the backpack and go outside. Go on, go. She shoves the backpack.
I will go. Yeah, definitely. I go outside.
I can talk to people through my mind. I don't need this. Give it to someone else.
Gwen, here, go put this on. Go outside.
You know what? Sure. And I'm gonna put it on, and I'm gonna go outside.
Now speak to her, Teo.
When? Can you hear me?
You can.
Can I hear him? Okay. Yes, I can hear you.
This is really interesting. That could be really useful.
It could be very useful.
Do
It's raining. I'm gonna come back inside.
Do you need to feed this machine with something? Some food? Some water? Some wine?
No. The only limitation, you can talk to words in 25 words or less. And you must be wearing it. You must wear it like a backpack is the only condition. And then there's no mute button either. So, yeah. So you
Is it
10 feet away.
Is it possible to turn the device off
Why would
so
you
it
want to
doesn't
turn it
make
off?
this? Well, it kind of makes a lot of noise when it's not being worn.
Ah. Okay, give it back to me. Give it back to me. Takes it off Gwyn, takes it off Teo, and she starts hammering away and doing some various things. And after about a minute, she's like, okay, on, off switch, done. And puts it back on Teo, puts it back on Gwyn. All right, I'm sorry, what were we talking about?
Yeah, so weapons, yeah, and soldiers in black armors.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you turned my weed whacker into a weapon of war. So, yeah, that's not good.
Oh, your weapon was used to take down the city of Volgler.
What do you mean take down the city?
May I ask if your weed whacker by any chance used dragon fire?
Oh, hold on a second. What do you mean taking out Vogler?
The city of Volger was attacked by the dragon army with that very weed whacker that you invented. The Volger has fallen. The people of Volger has taken refuge in the nearest town. Kalman.
Oh man, that is
Yes.
bad news. And you say my weed whacker helped with that?
Yeah, it was involved. Yeah.
Yes. I personally jumped on top of it and used it against an ogre.
Oh, I feel terrible. Oh.
Well, we could use you to come to Kalaman with us. They would like your counsel in helping with the defense of the city.
Well, I need a moment to pack up my
Good way to make amends.
Well, it's one of those complicated things, you know. Does the people who first invented the sword feel guilty everybody who dies by the sword? It's a tricky situation. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I mean, it was for whacking weeds and burning them away, but oh my goodness. Yeah, just give me a couple of moments. Got to grab some things. She goes around and starts grabbing things, and for a moment or two, she actually starts talking. She looks a little sad, perhaps contemplating.
Tatina, they use your invention for killing people. If it was not your goal with that weapon, I don't think you should feel responsible. You know, as you say, you know, I take out my scimitar. What I do with this weapon is up to me, not up to the smither who created it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. See, the thing, Mr. Tayo, is you're philosophically right, but you know, still feel bad. Make a persuasion
Well, there is a lot
check.
you can do for us and
Make
for
a
the people,
persuasion.
you know, to make things right.
Make a persuasion check, Tayo. See if you can turn around her glim mood. She takes your philosophical point.
17.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna deal with this by not thinking about it. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, let's go.
Yeah. Eva's gonna go and pick up the goblin and start tying him up with some rope and dragging him to the cart.
Okay. Make a survival check. Ilva?
Could I ask Gwyn perhaps to assist me with this?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Good.
Malcolm, did we have a short rest when we were having tea and...
Sure. You can get a short rest in as Tatina makes fantastic tea.
I didn't see your rolls. I guess it's a 14 then. That should be good enough.
21, wasn't it? For the...
Oh, well, Gwyn's
14.
assistance.
Okay, we'll go with 14.
Yeah,
Go
let's see.
for 14.
Yep.
Okay, and Tatina is already halfway down the road. She's basically gone as you guys muck around with stuff.
I guess we got a goblin chair for the journey.
What are you guys doing? Hurry up!
Oh, Yeah, of course.
Do you have your
You're bringing
hat
it up
on,
hostage.
Ilva? Do you have your umbrella hat on? It's still raining.
Yeah, she's gonna test it out again. Yeah,
Okay.
Is it lightning as well?
no,
attracting lightning.
no
Lightning
invention is
rod?
perfect. But it's serving its job as an umbrella.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3. When do you check? Do you copy? 1, 2, 3.
Yes, I can hear you.
And just at that moment, somebody appears.
Okay. I thought you were going to say lightning strikes.
Dragon.
Sorry, guys. The DM completely forgot about me, which is a terrible habit of the DM. But I was glad to stand by you, Ilva, and we defeated these goblins. Okay, let's go.
Amazing.
Good job.
Good job, DM. I'm going to move Darrett into your character list so I don't forget him again.
I could have been protecting Atgar or something. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. Darrett's. I won't forget him again. You're always protecting the horses. Okay, so with the Ilva wearing her very elegant Slumnir armor, polished as always as a Knight of Slumnir does to do, starts the trek with a metal thing attached to her helmet, providing her significant cover from the storm. And you mount up. You go back to the cart. Titania immediately jumps on Itgar and gets ready to ride from there. What does Itgar think about that, Ilva?
I don't think he likes it. I think you're a bit too small for Atgar. He's no pony.
Oh, he's a sweetheart. And she's going to make an animal handling check. What's animal handling? Who can remind me? What is it? Wisdom? Charisma?
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Wisdom. And she rolls a natural 1.
Oh.
And just gets
Back kicked.
back kicked and lands on her back. And, okay, I'll ride in the cart. That's fine. Yeah, natural 1 for a 3 on animal handling. Okay, so you start the journey back to Kalaman. Off about half an hour into the journey. Let me just get my Kalaman map. I've lost it.
I'm gonna remind the others to keep an eye on a goblin in case he wakes up.
Mm.
Well, Ilva, that's actually what I wanted to talk to you about. So we question this goblin, we get intelligence from him. Then what do we do?
I suppose we'll leave that up to the justice system in Kalaman to figure out.
So you're gonna hand him over as a prisoner of war then? Is that what you say?
I suppose that's true. If he's with the dragon armies, then well, he's a enemy combatant.
And I could ask the question. What if we ask him a question and he won't answer it?
Well, I suppose they'll try to make him talk in some way. You think they'll torture him? I mean,
I hope not. But that doesn't seem right.
I think. Well, I don't know much about goblins. Perhaps if they tempt him with goods and fine dinery, perhaps he'll come around.
Yeah, it sounds fantastic. Give me something to eat, says the goblin as it wakes up.
Oh, you're awake. When we get to the city, they'll have some questions for you. If you cooperate, they'll perhaps give you some food and, yeah, we'll see. If you give some good, juicy information.
Now, why didn't I just give you the information here and you let me go?
Perhaps. What do you guys think?
Depends on the information.
Well, a bit of a situation here. What we're commonly called as an imp's arse. What do we do? Impasse.
Did you
is
call
what
it
he was
that?
trying to say.
Well, are you with the dragon armies? Your clan of goblins?
Oh, this is how we're going to do this. We're going to just make a straight intimidation or persuasion check. We'll have one person roll it, and we'll use that to determine whether you can get any information out of this creature.
Andor is gonna, whoever decides to ask the goblin, Andor is gonna place his hands on the shoulder of the one speaking and cast Enhance Ability and Eagle's Splendor.
In other words, advantage
Perhaps Andvar can be good cop and Arsene can be bad cop.
Yes, I'm okay with that.
Oh, I can twin cast this so both of us get it.
Okay. So as I've said in the introduction of this adventure, we're not going into any details whatsoever in regards to extracting information from this goblin. So we're just going to roll it and use that as a result for how this is. So both Arson and whoever the other one was, make intimidation or persuasion checks at advantage.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, yes, I am a member of the Red Dragon Army. Yes, and quite frankly, you guys are on the wrong side there. Got some really nasty ass dragons, and yeah. So I'd suggest you just swear allegiance to the Red Dragon Army. That would be your best bet. But the gnome over there was right. The commander did send us here to get a weapon. Some weapon of war. I think it was flamethrower or something. But anyway, we didn't get that. But that's okay. I don't know much about our leaders. Only that most of them are humans and pay quite well. But the leader, or the least the one I saw, was a woman whose eyes glowed like an ember. Don't know who that was, but she was most off-putting. She had like these weird eyes that glowed like embers. The army is to the north, kind of across the Vingard River, and we're supposed to take the weapon there. To some village or something? I'm not
Across
sure.
the river.
Yeah.
Sounds like Vogler, possibly.
I don't know. I don't know its name, but I know it was burned.
Well, Vogler was burning when we left.
Yeah.
At least parts were.
Maybe it's Vogler. I don't know. All I know there was some good eating there.
Well,
Do you know whether where is going to be the next attack?
I mean, I'm just a simple goblin. They pay me in copper, and I do what they say. I'm no tactician, I'm afraid.
I might have a suggestion of a career change opportunity.
Yes?
Well, if they only pay you in copper, if you find information about dragon armies and bring them to, say, someone in Kalaman, they could pay you in silver, or perhaps even gold.
Oh, gold pieces. Well, consider me a valuable ally then. I swear allegiance to the army of Calaban. Give me gold.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him 3 gold.
Now,
Consider
we're-
this forward payments, and well, I'm not sure how you can get in contact with Kalaman. I'm gonna give some directions or to some of the guards. Perhaps you can What's your name?
Blood.
Blood. Blood. Detailing your appearance, and perhaps you can, well, come by sometime and report on what's happening. We
Sure,
would
absolutely.
very much like to know what's going on.
Now we're allies. You might as well cut these ropes off me. What an hesitation.
Insight check.
Sure.
Yeah, I was
He's
waiting
gonna
for someone
run.
to do that.
And if that's a fail, I can pump a psychic die in it.
I don't know if it's a fail yet. Just a sec. Roll your psychic dice.
Okay. 13. If that's still a fail, I get the dice back.
I take the dice back. Maybe you
Okay.
believe him.
Yep.
Believe him. It seems the offer of gold.
I can't get a read on him.
You get a copper piece, right? This is what you're thinking is, Arson. He was offered coppers. He's already gotten 3 golds. Why not switch allegiances?
Yeah, I'll cut his ropes and remember our deal. There'll be might be more gold there for you in Kalaman.
Of course, of course. Right, to Caliban we go. All hail the mighty Caliban.
Oh yeah, he's coming with us. Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah.
He's a valuable ally. Okay. So you continue to the way north. Who hasn't done it? I don't think. Anvar.
In
Let's
our
do
way
Anvar.
home,
Yes.
Tatina, can you describe me with more detail the man who came to ask for the weapon? I mean, I would like to make a sketch of him just in case.
Well, sure. Well, first of all, he had, and she goes into excruciating detail, and actually,
I took calligrapher's tools for this purpose to make sketches when needed and some small drawings.
Smart.
it's smart. I can make a calligraphy tool check. You can use intelligence or
With-
dex. It's up to you.
With intelligence or? Okay, with
Intelligence
intelligence.
is
I draw. I use investigation because it's the same.
Sure.
Okay, not really good.
What was it? I'm looking somewhere else.
7 I roll. I roll investigation because it's the same
Sure. I understand.
roll.
The soldier who came, Titania explains it in much more detail than I. Maybe that's why your calligraphy tool check isn't so good, because she's gone into far too much detail. Basically, black and red armor, mostly black with red trim. He's wearing a red cape and a fully closed helmet. So you get a pretty good sketch, but not. It's not terribly useful. It would be more useful if you had a face.
Okay.
That's what you get.
With that description, would any of us recall if that's the same type of look that the guy at the gate of Volgar had, who demanded the city be a safe haven for the army?
No, that guy had a not nearly as magnificent armor, and you could see his face. Okay, well, one thing, the rain stops, and you're back in a forest, which I hope is equally soothing to you, Gwyn. And you rolled a 1. Roll your d6 again, Arson.
Oh, I didn't. Okay,
Oh, sorry.
that one was from yeah.
Yeah, sorry, it's a d4 anyway. I thought that's what you rolled. You're right. A d4, please. Getting all confused.
Okay, D4.
Another burnt house.
4, yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're good at those.
Yep. Again, arson. 3.
Really
Mm.
funny if it was another 4.
Roll me a 2d4.
Just all the burned down houses.
2d4, Arson.
2d4. Okay.
Two. Okay. So as you get closer to Kalaman, just outside the city limits, there's a fork in the path, and the fork goes northwest, so off in this direction. And you see a group of men. They're dressed in leather armors and carrying swords and a shield. The shields are across their back, and the swords are just in the scabbards at the side. They look. You kind of caught up to them with the cart, and they look back at you. Don't really react, and start heading northwest, sort of vaguely in the direction of Vogler.
We should stop them. They're heading possibly toward the direction to join the dragon army.
Yes, let me unhook Atgar. I'll take the horse into combat.
Okay, so you
How many
unhook
were
her.
there?
2. There were 2
Okay,
d4s
just two.
worth.
Well then, after unhooking the horse, I guess Gwen would just try to snipe one from where she is, depending on how far it is.
Okay. Take a shot. We'll say it's within your range. You use a longbow, Gwen?
Yes.
Yeah, longbow's got a nice range on it. So take a shot. 22. Roll damage. 9. Okay, give me just a second.
11.
Okay. Not forgetting Darrett this time. Edgar. Hey, feel free to place yourself where you think you would approximately be. So I'll just turn off the dynamic lighting for this, make it a bit easier. So you guys were somewhere vaguely along this road over here. So this is the road you're on. And the 2 ones heading vaguely northwest, say up here, just walking by themselves. And Gwyn, you take a shot. What damage did you roll? 11. Okay, immediately this arrow goes through and digs into his back, and he falls down dead. And can we all please
Roll for initiative.
Alright. Tanya is going to stay in the cart. But Plod is going to come with you.
Nice.
We got a pet goblin.
Okay, Plod's going to roll for initiative 2.
I gotta know, did he really have a name, or did you pull that out of thin air on the spot?
There's this wonderful site called fantasynamegenerators.com. It's got a million different names. So I quickly went there, typed in
I use that
goblins.
too.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's got a remarkable amount of names. You're like, it's just crazy. All sorts of stuff. Pop culture references. Graffiti tags. That's interesting. Oh, that's just names. But very good site. Okay, so Gwyn, you kick this thing off. You shoot this guy in the back, and he falls down to the ground. And now, Gwyn, it's your turn. Sorry, no, yeah, Gwyn again. Yep. Are you taking another shot? Yep.
Yeah,
the second one. Sure. Okay, he falls to the ground dead. Blood says, yes, kill him till they're dead. And he goes up and starts stabbing this guy in the ground. Die.
Nice.
Edgar?
I guess that's, I mean, hop back in the cart.
Well, I guess I unhooked that guy. I thought there'd be more. Oopsie.
Better to be
good
safe,
shots.
sorry.
Do we know for sure there were any?
Plod. They're dead.
Oh, sometimes they get up. Stab. He stabs the other one.
He's got spirit, I guess.
Good arson for the glory of calamari. We did it.
Calamari?
Yeah, we did it.
Calamari forever.
Arson's going to investigate them to see if there's any communication on them about where they're heading to, if they were indeed going to join the Dragon Army, note of payment, anything like that.
Okay, I'll make an investigation check. Okay, well, first of all,
If
What
if that's a fail, I'll psychic diet.
find 6 gold pieces on them, and you find a note
Okay.
on one of them. Do you read the note?
I do read the note.
It says, it's written almost in crown in a very simple writing, and it says something along the lines of, Father, I know you're going off to war. I know you're doing it for me, Mummy, and Tommy. Come back safe, Papa. I love you. Signed, Timmy.
Why did I know that was gonna happen?
Yeah, guys, they were definitely going toward the Dragon Army. Yeah, it was a good call.
Awesome. Heck yeah. Hop in the cart. Let's keep going.
Ilva, I have questions. Why did we just massacre those guys without even asking them questions? There's a word for that. What is it? Murder! What the hell is happening?
This is Dragon Army, guys.
How did you know that before you shot?
We saw them, in Vogler, so we know what to like.
Make a deception check, Gwyn.
I'm great at this.
Let's see if Derek believes you. Insight is charisma, I believe.
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Are you sure you saw them, Gwyn? You saw them in Vogler. These were the people attacking Vogler?
I thought so.
What the hell are they doing here? They're
Going
getting
back
to
to
Vogler.
Who knows?
Are they dead at this current time?
Lord sorted
They're
that
being
out.
restocked.
Yeah, with both of them? Both.
Well,
Or just the one?
Gwyn shot them both, to the fell to the ground. Whether they were dying or not is now beside the point because Plod finished them off.
Right.
Our little murder bot 3000.
All right. so back in the cart, Darrett looks a little bit suspicious at you. At you. He rolled a 7, by the way, in his insight check, so he's still giving you a bit of a side eye. Well, if you say so, Gwen, I have no choice but to believe you, I guess. Anyway, let's go back to, and it kind of gives you guys a wink. Back to calamari, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Back to calamari.
Calamari! Okay. So the rest of the trek back to calamari goes more or less without incident. No more storms, no more whoever they were. And you make your way back to Kalaman. Plod says, guys, I'm a goblin. They're going to shoot me. What do we do?
Just sit behind me. We'll do the talking. Explain the situation.
All
You
right.
can hide just a bit down in the cart.
Oh, and he
Yes,
hides.
we are
Hides and
considered
waits.
special forces, so I think we can take on our own allies. There was no rule that we could not.
Right, special forces, got it. And Plod hides under some blankets in the back. And Titania says, "All right, well that was interesting. Never thought a goblin that was literally trying to kill me is our allies now. But mine is not to ask questions. Okay, where do I go? What do I do? Who do I talk to?"
We have to go to the palace. Maybe the goblin can stay outside of the palace, or
Yeah, we can take him to the marshal as well. We need to explain the situation to him.
All right. So back in the bustling city.
Ooh, wrong map, I think. This.
Oh, Compactor Vogler. Sorry about that.
I think
I've lost
there's
it.
nothing but smoke there.
Yeah, that map is not accurate. There we go. There's Kellerman. Okay, so you come back from the trade gate. The soldiers stationed there recognize you. They saw you left with a cart. They saw you returning with a cart. Someone said, "Sounds like you want to go to the castle."
Was that where we met the marshal after
Yes.
we spoke to?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you hitch Itgar. Is that how you say it? Itgar?
Atgeir?
Atgar, yeah. Not one my English speaking tongue is very good at saying, but I will try. So, can you say it again, Christian?
Atgeir. It's the Old Norse word for a type of Viking spear or something.
Right.
Two-handed spear.
Atgeir. Any good?
Atgeir.
Atgeir.
Yeah, it's good.
Atgeir. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so you head back into the castle. Guys, do you want me to come in? How are we going to do this?
Just hold my hand while we walk in.
Ilva, I will be careful. Remember, yesterday was a little bit tense, and he's a wild card, so.
Yes, that's true. Conundrum.
We can leave you with someone, I think. No?
Do we have a small cloak we can?
Maybe with Derek, or.
That would be great.
I guess I got some common clothes. If that might include a cloak for rain and such.
Definitely
Just
won't fit Plod.
hand him a human-sized cloak. Yeah, he'll just hide under it. Hide his goblin face a bit.
He does it.
As I hold his hand and pretend he's a child or something.
Is he the same size as a gnome?
Yeah,
or
approximately.
resembling size?
Yeah.
Cool. Just put up a hood and you're good to go. Hide your face.
All right.
Yeah. Stay by my side at all times and hold my hand.
Okay. Plod does that. Just give me 1 second. X is going on. Oh, might have to do a quick refresh. Okay, so you put Plod in a cloak. It's doesn't fit him, but that's fine. Let me see where this thing works now. Just a quick refresh. Ah, there we go. Okay, so with Plod in tow, you're holding him hands. You're retreating, or you're going into the castle, and you go sent out the marshal. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. So Marshal Vendry, you go back to the fairly sparse office, and welcome back. Welcome back. It is a pleasure to have you. How did the mission go? Hey, wow! What are all these scrolls and books? That's amazing. Hey, what are you writing? That's a really interesting writing. But I got this much better one. This is called a ink injector. Let me show you how it works. And she starts writing directly over the notes she's taking. And high rolls are good. Oh, her pen works perfectly. See, you don't need to dip it in the inkwell each time. And look, here's a picture of the mechanics. You see there's a pump here. You put ink here, and she's going to excruciating details. And Marshal Vendry just looking around going,
This is Tatina Rookledust, yes.
Oh, Tatina Rookledust. Okay. She's very good at writing. Look, watch this. And she starts drawing another contraption. This is how the umbrella hat works. Do you still have your umbrella hat up? Ilva?
Yeah. Activating it a bit shamefully, I suppose.
Using Marshal Vendry even more. He's just... there's a noble knight with an umbrella hat and a gnome explaining him how an ink pen works. Or an ink injector, as she told him. I'm assuming the mission went well then?
Yes, and we even brought a bonus, you could say. Don't be alarmed. Goblins hired by the dragon army were trying to force Tatina to make them more weapons, and
Of course, they're the lowest of the low. They're simple mercenaries, common thugs.
Not all of them, actually. We got one of them unconscious, and I think we can use him as a spy for information. Just pay him more than they do, and he'll be loyal, I think. And I'll unveil the cloak of Unplot.
This is getting more unusual by the second. What's your name, creature? Plot. Would someone care to explain? This is most unusual.
Well, I thought...
Paid him to be allies. He wants to join your army.
And I think he can he can work as an informant, you could say. Give him some money, send him back to his tribe. He can bring back information on what the dragon armies are doing or what they're up to.
Both Gwyn and Ilva, can you make me a persuasion check, please? Both had something to say.
Yay!
Ouch.
I haven't pressed this button for a while, so I'll press this button. I'm just going to press this button. This is the one I made up recently for when barbarians rage. I just want to share it with you. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next, if you ever play a barbarian, you'll be getting that noises whenever you rage. Well, I must say that. Look, can you stop drawing on this, please? Sure. As a as a as a gift to the great Kalaman army, you may keep my ink injector. It is all yours. And she starts rifling through books. Ooh, a book on horse carts, fantastic! And she starts reading it. Look, um, here. Come and look out this window with me. I want to show you something. And she leads you to a window, opens up the window, and you get a nice view out into Kalaman Bay. And she says, look down there. See at that cliff bottom? It's not actually that far from us, about 10 feet. Sorry, the edge is about 10 feet in from the side there. So if you drop a pebble, it would stay within 10 feet of it before hitting the ground. So it's pretty sheer cliff face is what I'm trying to say. You see down there? That's about as far as I trust a goblin, which is pretty much how far I could throw them. So this goblin might have taken your word, might have brought you in, but I don't trust it. Now, while I respect you as a group, I think you're severely impaired in your judgment here. Now, because you've done so much for Vogler and rescuing the refugees, successfully brought Titania back to me, I will do it as a compromise. You take this creature with you. You take him on the next mission that I have assigned for you, and if he proves worthy, if he proves trustworthy, if he proves a good ally, then perhaps we'll consider releasing them as a spy. Does that sound fair enough to you?
Of course, I understand completely.
Speaking, Marshall, about missions, we gathered some information regarding where part of the army could be, and I mentioned what we got about from the goblin.
Well, it sounds as if they're taking our base up in Vogler. Needless to say, from our side of the river, taking it back is just simply not on the cards at the moment. But that is useful information. I appreciate you sharing that.
One thing that I was thinking, which might be important to discuss, given that the leaders are mostly men, I'm worried whether they may have spies in the city.
Well, that is true. I'll send one of my lieutenants to try and weed it out. You raise a good point. Unfortunately, it's a very hard thing to do, but it is good advice. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. It is a good idea. So much on my mind, as you can imagine. All right. Well, I suggest. Well, one other thing I should mention as well. If this goblin starts stealing, starts causing trouble, let's just say it is 100% your responsibility for this animal.
Yeah.
Well, I suggest you go rest up. I should have further instructions for you come morning.
Sounds good, Marshall. We'll see you in the morning. There was one more thing. Teo, you mentioned their leaders being all human, but I think Claude mentioned something about a woman with strange amber-like eyes as well.
Yeah, well, I didn't mean with them human. Sorry, I mean that they were not dragon-like creatures. That they were, they could be among us. Yeah, but you're right. He mentioned this woman with strange eyes, and I'm curious about her. It's really strange.
What kind of people have amber-like eyes?
that is a good question. I'll maybe get some of our sages to have a look in that. I mean, even since you guys have left, things are well advanced in this war. We've heard rumors of several bandits and mercenaries coming with the region to join the Dragon Army. It is said they've paid pretty well. I know a lot of simple farmers and things said, well, it's a war, we're mercenaries. So, unfortunately, a lot of the common folk of the Nightland and surrounding areas are joining up um, for gold, basically, for nothing else. Some of the more senior members have been known to wear black and red armor with flourishes and the symbol of Tarkasis, the Dragon Queen, on them. Um, so things are progressing, but I thank you for your help in this. But anyway, get some rest. Come back in the morning and keep an eye on your animal friend there.
Will do.
And Titania, if you would mind staying, we have much to discuss about you know possible ways you can help us, possible ways you can help us bring down the dragon. And she says, "Oh yeah, sure, no problem. Yeah, gotcha, I gotcha." And so you guys leave. You go down to the bottom stairs where your barracks are, and Plod sits down for a second, and then gets up and starts wandering out.
Plod.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for now we gotta stay in the barracks. We can't be sneaking around. I could go get you some food if you're hungry.
But there's some fruit over here. I'll just take some.
No.
I'll go over and hand him some fruit.
Okay. And he goes back and rests in this converted ballroom, which is your place to rest. So, if there's anything you wish to do before morning comes, let me know.
I would like to gather some information out on the streets about what are the whereabouts of Baccaris, the elder and the younger.
Okay. Just a sec, I do have something on that. What? Am I not seeing it? Baccaras is. So you make some questions about what Lord Baccaras is up to, and Lord Baccaras. Basically, he's gone between a little bit with his tail between his legs and is hanging out at the Wanderer's Rest, one of the local drinking establishments. Hey, what? Make me a persuasion check, Teo. We'll see if you can get any more information about the locals, about what he might be doing. We definitely know he's got his tail between his legs. And
21.
21. He was trying to gather people together to go back and retake Vogler. Unfortunately, he didn't succeed. But there's rumors of this military outpost. Sorry, just a sec. There's a river crossing called Steel Springs, which is at the moment is under the control of the draconian army, and he's trying to gather a force together to go and retake Steel Springs. With your 21, you figure he's trying to be some great military leader when he's really just a a rich person. That's what he's trying to do to get some favor back with the powers that be in Kalaman to retake Steel Springs, and then using that as a launching board for retaking Vogler, even though he knows it's a burnt down place. And that's what you get for asking around, working the street, Teo.
Okay. I'm going to do something I may regret, but when it gets dark, I don't know what could be some offense that will not be, a straight a crime, but something that is morally wrong, like, I don't know, peeing on the walls or catcalling or something like that.
I'm liking this already.
I'm
liking this already.
Yeah. So I'm going to use for the first time my ability to resemble another person.
Sure.
And I'm going to, when it's getting dark, make myself look as him. And I'm going to do some of those offenses. I'm going to do catcalling, I think it's called in English, to some woman on the streets. I'm going to pee on the wall. Look drunk and, look like a mess. If for whatever reason the guards come after me or something, I will try not to do that. But if so, I will escape as an alley and then become an animal or something like that.
Okay, first question, how are you making yourself look like Lord Baccharis?
Yeah.
Like, is it a spell? Is it a disguise
I
kit?
am a shape changer, so I'm a changeling.
Okay, well, that makes it easy then. And just as a reminder, so this is what he looks like.
Yeah. So I think, I think him pretty well before, so I just copy his. I assume I only can copy his physical features. I don't think I can copy his clothes. I would imagine, no? I'm not sure.
Yeah, no clothes.
So I take a cape or something like that, but I make sure that I look, my face is clearly visible by everyone.
Okay, well, you definitely get the face down perfectly. Not so much the clothes. I tell you what, make me a performance check to see how good you can pull off a look that resembles his clothes. So make a performance check.
Okay, I thought that would be how's it called, deception. But if basically the only reason I took deception was because it's for this thing. So can I change it to performance? I don't mind to use performance, but I can just have it.
So two things. Performance is going to be how well you match his outfit. Like what things you can find to put your outfit together. Once you're out there, we'll move more into deception. Yeah.
I see. Okay, perfect. Yeah, then it's fine. Okay. So then performance first.
Yep.
No, not bad.
No, not bad at all. So you get you look pretty good. So the full ensemble is complete, the physical body and the outfit. Now, exactly what are you doing out in the streets, you young scallywag, Teo? What are you doing?
I just do some catcalling to some young woman, be really gross. I'm gonna look drunk and pee on a wall, and I'm going to insult people from Kalaman, telling them that they are weak and they don't deserve my presence here.
Okay. Now, I'm going to say because you're a shape changer, because your ensemble is so good, you can make a deception at advantage.
Yes.
Okay, so over the next couple of hours or so, you urinate in any place. The only thing that limits your urination is the amount of water that you've drunk. You do some woof whistles and cat calling to young ladies who take great offense at it. What were the other things you're doing?
Basically insulting the people of Kalaman as being weak and not deserving my royal presence. Do you know how much money I have? I own Bolger and this and that.
We don't care how much money you have, mate. You Lord Backross and your bastard son. Come over here and say that.
You are not deserving my presence here. Ha! I will buy this whole city. You are worthless.
You're a chicken. Come over here and say that.
You don't deserve me. I can fight 10 giants with my army. You will see. You will see.
Oh, me and my 3 buddies should be no problem for you then. Come on. Let's go.
I pass.
Let's throw
You
down.
are yes. And I walk to another alley and continue.
Make an intimidation check to see if it does. You do get away. See if your bravado.
I actually want to fail the intimidation check because I don't want to look intimidating. I want to look like a really weak, stupid man.
Okay, so you can act.
If they follow me, I will just try to run them away. I will just drop the whole ad and become, I don't know, a mouse or something like that and disappear.
Okay, tell what, instead of intimidation, let's make a persuasion check to say basically, leave me alone, but not in a threatening way, like maybe he's a cowering guy. Oh no, you don't get off that easily, mate. And they start running towards you. Come here, you rich prick.
Oh my god, and I run away. Oh my god! They tried to find me.
Wait a sec.
They're against rich people. Oh my god.
Okay. My monitor just died. Oh, there it goes. Okay, just a sec. I have something for this. Just 1 second. There it is. Okay, so you start barreling through the city. Where is this table I'm looking for? It's being annoying. Roll me a D6, Arson. I'm sorry, a Teo. D6. 4. Okay, so you start barreling around a corner trying to get there, and there's a group of ladies loading up the cart late at night with fruit and various things, getting ready for the morning market. You're about to barrel into it, which will slow you down. What do you try to do?
They tried to slow me down.
Well, they're not trying to. They're just in the way.
Okay. I shout a couple of gross words like about the asses or something like that. Let me grab that! Let me grab that!
Oh, how dare you! How dare you! And as you approach them, they're going to try and slap you in the face. Because that's what I do. 5, and they miss. Well, actually, there's 2 of them. They're both going to try and slap you in the face, and they both do equally well.
Damn it.
You're still in your way.
I try to push them. I don't want to be violent. I don't want to injure them, but I want to,
Hey,
be a little bit forceful.
Okay, athletics check DC 10 to barge past.
Okay, that's a really difficult check for me.
Oh, okay.
That's a fail.
So these rather wide, buxom ladies who you decided to insult, you just fall straight into them and fall flat on your back. And this gives the 3 young youths a chance to come up to you. And as you're prone on the ground, they're going to try and kick you at advantage. So an 18, a 6, and a 16.
They all hit.
Are they all hit?
No, 6 doesn't hit, but they.
So 2
6
hits.
doesn't hit, but they.
So I'm going to say that's 4 points of damage as they start kicking you on the ground. You rich bastard! Kicking. What do you do?
Okay, so how close I am from an edge of. Yeah, I know what I'm gonna do.
Your ways out of here is either through the woman or through the men. There's no other way out of this kind of alleyway that you're in.
Okay, I going to take something. I don't know. I have a small glass or something, and I say, "Money can buy everything," and I throw it to the floor, and I'm gonna cast a fog cloud.
Okay, fog cloud, like it. So fog cloud. Fog
And
cloud. Yep.
I going to try to sneak out from there, basically.
Okay, make a stealth check at advantage. As this fog cloud.
Okay.
Would this label Baccaris as an unsanctioned magician?
Maybe. Okay, so the fog cloud goes off and you manage to sneak away from these youth. You kind of crawl away on your hands and knees as they try to kick you, but you slip away.
Okay, when I'm outside of them, I will just change to another shape and then go back to the barracks.
Okay. Round of applause for Teo. That was awesome. Then we go to some actual applause.
And I take the 4 damage.
Yeah, poor damage. It was 1 plus their strength. Yeah, they're bully.
It was worth it.
It was absolutely worth it. Yeah, so Baccaris may be an unsanctioned musician.
Absolutely
definitely up to no
worth
good. Okay. So long rest. So feel free to take a long rest as well. So you can get those 4 hit points back, Teo. And unless there's something else people want to do, we can fast forward to the next day.
I think Anvar would like to talk to the Plods.
Hello!
And be like, dearest Plods,
Yes.
I know that you're in a human city now, and it might be a little bit exciting for you, I can imagine. Yeah. But it's really important that you don't go wandering around alone, okay? You need to stay with us for your safety.
I
and
understand
our
completely
safety.
what you're saying. Hold my hand and let's
Very
go.
good. It's really important, okay? In worst case scenario, you might not get paid, and that would be a crisis.
Yeah, you said I shouldn't wander around alone. I know what you're saying. You want to be friends with old Plod. Let's go.
Of course.
So
stay close to us, okay?
All right. Should I wear the cloak?
Very good. Yes.
Okay.
We can be cloak buddy.
Anvar, see if you can find him a gnome-sized cloak out there, if there are any shops still open.
Sure. I can go out and try to look for a gnome-sized cloak.
All right. So Anvar, with this not really well disguised goblin, but well enough, you head off to the market. You're going to buy him a cloak. That's easy enough to do. It'll set you back 5 silver, we'll say.
All right.
Okay.
It is done.
All right. And he puts it on and he looks a lot better. And yeah. Going to head back to town.
Yeah, back to the... where are we staying exactly? At the tavern or the barracks?
The castle. Is where,
the castle, yeah. We're going back there. And Anvar is just going to comment, that cloak really suits you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
And yeah, heading back.
Okay, so you head back there. And... you're almost entering back into the castle. And he says, thank you very much for the cloak, Anvar. I appreciate. Did you want one of these apples?
Apples? Where did you find the apple?
They were just lying on the ground in the market, so I figured they were free.
The ground.
Yeah.
Here,
I'll
Anwar's gonna
clean it for
look
you.
around.
And Plod spits on the apple and gives it a shine. Here you go.
Anwar's gonna place his hand on Plod's shoulder, and he's gonna take a look around to see if anyone's approaching in an angry manner.
Nope.
Okay, well, wow. I think we should just return to the castle, Plod.
Did you want the apple? I shined it for you.
We'll deal with that later, okay? First things first, let's go back to the castle. And don't go away from me, Plod. Stay close.
Okay.
Really important.
And Plod starts munching on the apples. Yeah, she stole apples while you're at the market. I checked your passive perception, which is 12, and she rolled a 22. So she not only stole the apples without you noticing, she also stole the apples without the vendors noticing. So there we go.
Well, that's good at least.
All right.
Could have been so much worse.
I guess when Anvar comes back with
he's gonna tell on plots and be to Ylva.
I was gonna give him some stern words. Now, Plod, remember what we told you. You can't take things without paying for them.
They were on the ground. They were just gonna throw them out anyway.
Well, I don't think the vendors think that they were free. If you are in doubt, you can ask. Or ask one of us to ask for you.
Okay. I'm learning.
Yeah. That's really good. I think, Plod, that you should actually just always ask.
Okay.
Very good.
Now, I think you need to learn some good morals. And, Darrett, settle in. Plod, go to bed. And, I was hoping to have gotten a book so I can do this much better. But I'll do this from memory. Let me tell you the tale of Huma Dragonbane and his adventures until you fall asleep. So she's gonna read to them without a book, I guess.
Hey. Nice. Plod instantly goes to sleep. Little drools. I've been saying, I've been constantly going back between he and she for Plod, and I don't know about you, but I don't know how to really ask politely a goblin whether it's a he or a she. So if I switch between he or she, that's because I'm not entirely sure what gender Plod is, and maybe Plod isn't either. So we'll just leave her Plod as gender fluid, shall we say?
I'm fine with that.
All right, and Gwen and Arson, you're having drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So, cool. So, long rest done, and you'll gather up together in Kalaman. How much did you guys drink? Just happy drinks or get drunk drinks?
Get drunk drinks.
Same with you, Arson.
Yeah, it was probably the first time since we've gotten together, since we've been reunited, that we actually were able to sit in a city and have drinks and not travel.
All right.
Kind of like the final celebration, finally.
Excellent. Okay, so what we'll say is you find a nice tavern. You go find yourself in the Wanderer's Rest. And there's lots of soldiers here going about their business. And you order some ale. But then the barkeep comes up to you, whose name is What?
What? That's a very interesting name, barkeep.
Jason Thod is my name, and I recognize you like you've been adventurers. I used to be quite the adventurer myself, but now I take care of the Wanderer's Rest. Serving drinks, making a few coins, hearing a few tales. Hey, would you like to try one of my special drinks? It's called the Minty
Absolutely.
Volcano. The Minty Volcano. All right, you
Yeah.
give me a couple of silver pieces each. I'll be serving you up a Minty Volcano.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay, so the barkeep comes back with these very green-looking drinks, and sort of white foam is kind of dripping over the side. Now, the thing with a Minty Volcano, it's best drunk quickly. And this is kind of a normal-sized glass, not something you'd normally just scull. It's not like a shot glass, it's a normal-sized glass. So, try it. Scull it. Let me know what you think.
Gwen's just gonna go for it. Throw it back.
Arson, you too?
Yep.
Both
Chug,
make
chug,
me
chug.
Constitution saving throws, please. Okay.
Amazing.
Well, firstly, it's very, very minty. And as you kind of drink it, you realize that, well, little bits of white foam out the side of it. It's a little bit of a volcano, but not really much of a volcano. And you feel this thing kind of churning up in your stomach a little bit. Arson, you manage to keep it down, but Gwyn, you don't. And little foam starts coming out of your ears and your mouth.
Awesome.
You can't handle your drink. It's all right. Can I mix you up another one?
Yeah.
How about I do my speciality, the Pure 7?
That sounds awesome.
Okay, this one's a little bit more pricey, but I'll tell you what, 4 silver pieces each, and I'll make you Pure 7.
No,
All right.
Easy. Let's go.
You're 7.
So he brings back this thing, almost looks like a beer float, with sample beers. And there's these 7 shot glasses. And the first one looks like water, and the first one is completely black. And so there's kind of shades of grey in the middle. Now there's some theories about how you should drink this one. You can either start with the white one and work your way to the black, or start your way from the black one and work to the white. So far, I tell you what, this is the local special we're doing. If you manage to scull all 7 in a row without stopping in the middle, the drinks will be on the house. But if you mess up halfway through, then you still have to pay for the drink. Sounds fair? Okay, go! Which end do you start at, Gwen?
Go for it. I'll start at the black end.
And Arson?
Arson always works from the shadows, so the black one first.
Con saving throws, please.
Ugh.
Gwyn. You get through, so take your 4 silver pieces back. Arson. Excuse me. Arson, you get about halfway through and you have to take a breath. The alcohol is just a bit too overpowering and you pause. And that disqualifies you from getting your silver pieces back, but you do eventually get it. Alright. I can do... Well, how about one more? One more round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go for it.
Yeah.
Okay. This one's called the Unlucky Enigma. And he mixes it up.
That sounds...
Ooh.
And it's kind of in like a cocktail glass, and you look inside it, and there's bright white things swirling around, and there's black things, like black liquid as well. It's kind of mixing. It's not mixing together. It's kind of these things moving inside of it. There's no good way to drink this. I suggest you just take your time, and yeah, there's quite a bit of alcohol. I feel a little bit responsible, so just take your time with the Unlucky Enigma. You guys drink it? And if so, how do you
Absolutely. I chug it.
drink it? Chug it?
Same. Chugging, yep.
Okay, can't save again. Okay, it's actually not that alcoholic. It's got that pleasant alcoholic taste in it, but not too much. But I need Gwyn and Arson to both roll me a d20.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you got the unlucky side of the Enigma. For the next 24 hours, you are under the effect of a Bane spell.
Nice.
Oh.
Wow.
Awesome.
And I imagine you could guess what happened if you got over 10 or higher, right? It would have been a blessed spell. But you got the unlucky version of the unlucky Enigma. Okay.
What
so,
would happen if they took another drink of the unlucky Enigma and got above 10?
I mean,
You can certainly try.
No, I think after that we're probably super drunk. So
oh yeah, you are super drunk. Yep. Okay. So you stumble your way back to Castle Kalaman, I imagine, early on in the morning. And, head back to the castle. We'll say, as requested, you'll get up to various shenanigans during the night. You head back to the marshal. And I think what we'll do, we'll explain what the next mission is, and we'll call it a session. All right. Well, nice to see you again, and I see you're still brawling your animal back. Oh, I'm a loyal servant of the Calamari army. Sweet. I just don't know what to say anymore. Look, there were some scouts that we sent away to keep an eye on the Dragon Army movements and report back to us. North of the Vanguard, about 20 miles northwest of Kalaman. And let me bring up the map of Kalaman so you can see that. Where is that map? Oh, here. Okay, so yeah, we sent them about 20 miles or so northwest of the Vanguard River. So, so it's around that area. And we know Vogler is a stronghold, so head about where it says Hinterland on the map. And we were expecting these scouts back a day or two ago. So, we need you to find our scouts. Number one, they might have valuable information, and two, they might be captured. So see if you can track them down. Yeah. Any questions?
Did they have anything specific on them? Any banner or special item?
Well, very specifically, they didn't have anything of note on them. I do know that they were keeping, they had a lookout post and a stand of grey birch trees, which are fairly uncommon in the area. So if you search around here for some grey birchwood trees, that's probably where you'll find them. Are you all right? You look a little bit green there, my elven friends. Are you okay?
so good.
Yes. One hell of a night.
Oh, I know a lot of the soldiers enjoy. Oh no, just here in the bucket, please. Just not on the floor. Oh. You're gonna clean that up, right?
Yup. Plot, look, breakfast.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
I eat some gross things, but not that gross. But thank you.
I didn't know elves could get hungover.
First liquid.
We didn't either.
Is that true? Rules as written, or is it just
Oh no, just
No,
it
no.
was
Ah,
a weird.
cool?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys look a little green. I've had the first mini hangovers, shall we say? So unless there's any questions, head 20 miles northwest of Kalaman, and you should find these grey birch trees, and that'll be a good point to start your investigation. Are there any
Um,
other questions?
When was the last time you heard from these people?
I'll put it this way: they headed out about a week ago. We're expecting them to come back in 2 days ago. So
Okay.
we were pretty sure something's happened. It's not like them to take longer than they should.
I guess that sounds good. We'll be on our way as soon as we our scene and Gwyn is feeling a bit better, I suppose. Or you can just ride in the cart and sleep a bit.
Yeah, we'll ride in
We're
the
good to
cart.
go.
Let's go.
Good to go.
Okay. Malcolm's advice is to perhaps stay away from the unlucky enigma next time. All right.
Or all of us do it. And,
Yeah.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Well, yeah, the
All
proprietor
in.
is more than happy to serve you drinks. Okay, but my alarm has sounded, which is reminding me I need to go pick up my children. But